If I had a nickel for every time James Charles made a response showing screenshots from a text message conversation, I'd probably have like 45 cents. Yeah.
Jeff interviewing Quentin Tarantino.
What?
I'm like through Patreon, by the way. I'm the golden child of Patreon. I don't understand. What?
Meanwhile, your Patreon name is Trish Tarantino.
that was before we changed it.
Her name is Trish. She's got the dish and all the gossip's filthy rich, pretty and pink, hot topic queen, and says what everybody thinks. She's just Trish.
Hello, welcome to the Just Trish podcast, our favorite show, twice a week, every week. We never miss it. It's going to be a good one today. It is 8 a.m. as of recording this, so we are fresh, flirty, fun, ready to come with all the action. The action is action-packed, actually. That's how action we are. Real quick, Just Trish merch. We have a new Just Trish sleep shirt available in black and white. This was literally August 2023. We started coming out with these designs and they're finally here. I don't know what takes so long. We thought it was a different thing. We have mugs and cups coming. I'm like, oh, they're mugs and cups because we started that last year. And I was like, oh my God, I forgot about these shirts. So these shirts, we also have gray shirts that are so cute. They're like a jersey style shirt. Those are more fitted. JustTrish.com. Check it out. New merch, sleep shirts. They're super soft. If you guys remember back in the kitchen floor days, I used to wear these all the time in 2019. I thought I was so skinny in these shirts because I was like, they were just falling off my shoulders. So I literally had that same shirt from the shirt was from 2007. I had that same one and I sent it. I need something like this because they never remade that shirt. The softness, the oversizedness, and then we just put a little Just Trish logo. They're super cute and comfy. I was super excited to wear it because it's early. Check out JustTrish.com. You guys, also premiering right after this episode is our gay music video. It's out because why not? Just because it's not June, it doesn't matter. We can be gay all year round. I'm super proud of this music video. Gay music video out now. We had a lot of queens from RuPaul's Drag Race season 17, which I was super excited. It was my favorite season ever. And check it out. It stars KORI King, Jewel Sparkles. We also had Acacia Forgot and Joella and just a fabulous other queens and just cameos by Oscar and which
well, yes.
I should show you now. Your dancing made it. Your little cane dancing.
I was worried for that.
It actually looks so good. I was like, okay, you guys actually served. The photos are so cute. The photos of you with the queens too. It literally looks like DragCon. It looks so beautiful.
It does. I was lining up.
Anyways, I was super excited, super proud. Moses makes a cameo. My mom makes a cameo. Dancers from my tour, dancers from Pride make a cameo. It was just a gay old time, really. It really was. And check it out now. All proceeds from the music video will go to Trans Lifeline, and then we donated $5,000 on behalf of the podcast and the music video to the Trevor Project. The Trevor Project has been around for a very long time. They provide a 24/7 hotline for suicide prevention, so any young adults in the LGBTQ community, or any adults for that matter, or kids can call into this hotline if they seek help. And they've been doing really great work for a very long time, and so we donated $5,000 to the Trevor Project and another $5,000 to the ACLU Drag Defense Fund, which was one I see all the time on Drag Race. If you watch, there's a QR code to scan. And I actually didn't know that much about it, but when I looked into it, I was very impressed with all the work they've done. Moses knew the ACLU. They've been around for a very long time as well, but the Drag Defense Fund specifically is protecting the First Amendment right for freedom of speech for not only drag performers, but all performers in the LGBTQ community, because it's crazy in 2025 that we're at risk for not being able to express ourselves, which is crazy, especially in the arts world and the creativity world. But they're doing great work as well. So we donated $10,000 total. A couple weeks ago, we donated $10,000 to Trans Lifeline, and then all the proceeds from the music video will go to Trans Lifeline. And all really great causes to donate to all year round, but with Pride coming up, just a few to think of. And if you guys have any other suggestions of charities we should look into, we definitely will, because not only do we love and support the LGBTQ plus community, but my tour and stuff has been doing really well, and the people who come out, it's all the gays, and we love it. And the fact that we all did this video together, it was beautiful. It was just this really, you left right before we did the drag show, but people were just so, I don't know how to explain it. It's just I don't know, just a celebration. When you just see performers from like all walks of life just be there, and obviously the queens were amazing. I was just, oh my God, I've never been more intimidated to perform next to anybody in my life because they were amazing. But just even like the crowd, like everyone was just so hyped to be there and supporting good causes, and it was from all walks of life. We had allies and we had, you know, the LGBT, we had everyone there, and it was just really beautiful. My entire crew that I've worked with, my music producer, my director, all of them in the queer community they work in queer media, you could say. Because my director, Andrew, he does do, he has 2 movies out, and they're both queer-based movies, like, based on Madisonea, I keep saying it wrong, Madisonea family. It was based on, it was, like, these couples, all different walks of life, like, lesbian couple, gay couple, they all, like, it's their parenting journey and everything. It's really beautiful. It's a beautiful film. She also did one called The Letterman with Garrett Clayton, and it was about 2 men during, I think it's some war, Civil War, I don't know, one of the wars. They find love. And it's beautiful and it's wonderful, and he's turning that into a feature. So it's really fun. And like I said, I've worked with all these people for like a decade, and I'm proud to be part of the queer community. I love the queer community, especially the gays. And it's just, I don't know, it's just fun. And I just thought it was a good way to give back. And all the performers were obviously paid. Maybe not Oscar and Jimmy. I think they just showed up for they just gave for the fun.
Well, we actually saved money because we would have gone to DragCon and paid, quite a bag to meet. I know Corey King's meet and greet probably would have been expensive. The cameos from Corey.
The cameos are rising.
And I got a Corey King cameo in my vlog for
Did
free.
You?
So yes, it all.
I haven't seen.
It's in edit right now. It'll be out this week though for sure. So yeah, no payment was needed because I actually saved a lot of money. So
we could probably send you. Did you guys send a release? I could probably send you something for. Okay, there's probably like a non-union fee we have to pay or something. But we did pay all the performers. They were all wonderful and they showed up. And yeah, Corey and Jules, they're kind of like the stars of the video. It's a recreation of Tu Wong Fu, which is like, we talk about this on the podcast. Loved it. They knew it too, which I was surprised because they're 23 and 25, which is like so young. But they knew it well. They were just so humble and sweet. Corey showed up by himself. I think Jules just had like one assistant. I was like, this is it. I traveled with like 7 people on a music video, like hair, stockings, pull up, everything. And they were just like, showed up. They were like literally so sweet, so fun the entire time, like gaggy. I gooned with Jules Sparkle.
You gooned?
Yeah, we gooned. You don't know what gooning is? She's like, you got to goon. And I was like, okay. And she even tweeted, like, I gooned with Trish Paiz. I was like, I got Trish Paiz goon with me.
Oh.
That gooning?
I don't know when Ted was here. When Ted was here, he explained it differently, but
yeah.
Oh, he talked about gooning?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how we learned about it.
How does he know about gooning? I thought it was like a.
He's a guy in a guy's world.
I thought it was like a drag
Maybe.
world.
In the men world for sure.
In the men world?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All walks of manliness.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
How come the fierce queens know about gooning then?
I think maybe the faces can be kind of camp, I guess.
Gooning.
But yeah,
Oh.
I think when you're serious about gooning, it's
I think this was camp
a
gooning.
lot of like hand action and a lot of video consumption.
I thought I was learning some cute new gay slang. I was like, oh, I need some drag slang. What is this? Okay, something I should not know. She said it was a cutesy face.
I think maybe that's the face you have at the end of the session.
Oh my God. What? What are we talking?
About gooning. I did not know until Ted showed up here, but
Well, you're turning red like you knew. You're like, I knew
no,
gooning.
it's very good. It's funny.
How do you know about gooning? What do you say?
Men be gooning.
I can't take any more gooning from men. I only take it from cute queens only. Oh my God. Okay, I didn't know. She made it cutesy. She was like
I'm sure everything Jules does is like cutesy. So
Yeah.
I'm sure she was doing the camp way. Like, yeah.
gorge. By the way, I know I look really small. Like I was watching the video and I look very like short. I'm wide, but I look short. But it's only because I was wearing a kitten heel. I was being the Mistress Isabel of this season. I was wearing kitten heel, and they all were wearing a huge. Even Corey was wearing like because Corey got clocked for wearing the small heels by Rue in the season, but she was also wearing like gold, like 7-inch ones. Like so, everyone was wearing really tall heels, which I simply could not do.
But it doesn't matter what you would have wore. Like Corey is just like, I don't know,
Corey's
10
tall.
feet. She was 10 feet up there. Like,
Well, she was tall,
and
but
then her wig was like this high.
the wig gave the inches. But Jules was
And
when she took off her shoes, we were actually kind of the same size. I was kind of like, oh, okay. So that's what I'm saying.
Jules made me look teeny tiny too.
Yes.
And she even clocked me. She's like, I didn't know you were so short. I said, gag.
In their
They were
8-inch
gagging
heels.
me left and right.
Well, I never realized, I guess that is part of the drag world, but on Twitter, they're all like gagging each other. I was just like, oh my gosh,
Yes, they're all
all the
shading each other.
reads. Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. I loved it. It was a dream come true. You'll see in the video. Watch after this. But we did this whole like runway thing, and I felt like I was on RuPaul's Drag Race. It was so good. I feel like we should react to it, but maybe not. Should we wait? I want to show. It's short. Should we react to it or no? We're on a tight schedule today.
We can't. But I think
I want
like
to show
either.
Oscar.
Yeah.
Okay, let me show him. It's only like 2 minutes. I'll just send it to you. Maybe I can send it to your computer.
Oh yeah.
Or a link. I feel
I
like it's
think
like my
even
favorite.
if we don't show the whole video, just to see
That's true.
Oscar.
Hear me thinking it's like a masterpiece. I'm like,
we
it's
can
so
later
good.
on watch the whole video on Patreon.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think we should watch the whole video now. I loved it. I'm like gagged by it. Even like, I was just watching it. I was like, wait, this is actually so. It's actually so good. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Okay, I sent it to you.
No, it was
your
it was
text.
like being on a movie set. I mean, the whole.
Should I email it to you?
was-
The rainbow burst. A little gay. Olay. You gotta make it gay. We're a little gay. Bowen. Oh my god. Oh, tumble. They're work. Oh, I didn't see this part. Oh god. I was scared.
Big scene.
Oh, okay, it worked. I'm dead. Your mom ate that up. Oh.
Most point to the shirt.
Oh my god. Oh, I love this part.
I made it.
That was so good.
That's my favorite video. Okay, yes.
I loved it. That was so good. Oh my god.
I never want to show anyone my music videos, by the way. Usually I'm like, oh, cringe, cringe, cringe. But I love that one.
No, that one is so good. And the turnaround was so fast. I thought it'd be like a couple of weeks, but damn, a week.
We filmed it on Tuesday.
That is crazy.
And that's
it's
colored
so
and everything.
good.
Yay!
It's so good.
This is Oscar with the Queens.
I love it. I look so small. I was living. I was
that
really
one.
living.
There was another one. This is you, Jules, and KORI.
Oh, my sisters. Oh my god.
You got them in both outfits too.
Thank
I love
God.
it.
I forgot about that one.
And then,
God.
yeah, then there's some stills of you and Jimmy dancing. I love that one.
I was really working. I was like, let me.
You really were. I was very.
I was giving my all.
Proud and impressed, and Jimmy too. I was like, wow. I really do love the gays, and I feel like I just say that sometimes because everyone loves the gays, right? It's like trendy. It's to be like, oh my god, we love the gays. Gay fans are the best. But I really do. I'm just the happiest. I realized that. I was like, I think I'm just happiest around gays. I love it so much. It was so fun. I don't know. It made my whole life. It was just like fun. I don't know what to say. It's just like fun. And everyone was just happy to be there. Everyone was hyping so much. Joella was like, wait, this song is really good. And I was like, Joella, you thought Woman's World was good too. But you just start reading. I also start turning shady. I'm like, oh, I'm also a queen. I was being so shady too. I was like, oh my God, just me trying. I have never been more intimidated by anybody in my life. I really loved the queens this season. And, obviously when it's the fresh season, they're so big because the season just happened. It's like one of the biggest shows in the world. So I was so happy they all said yes, and I was so I was intimidated. I was so scared, but they were very, very sweet. Both KORI and Jules was down to come on the podcast,
yes.
So we got to get them on. And Jules even said, like, Oscar, are you going to be there? She was so excited.
I know, and KORI even vlogged leaving the set too, and said the same thing. Yeah, they were.
Really?
Yeah, they were just so. They said that you were so nice, and it was so fun to eat with you,
Aww.
and they love spending time with you, and they are so excited to come on Just Trish at some point. So I'm very excited.
They're just
I love them.
Yeah, everybody, all of them, Joel, like all of them were just like absolute queens. But it's like, when you're young and you also like get this like new fame, right? Like KORI, obviously, they're all killing it. They're all doing like major club appearances, all this stuff like that. And you get new fame. Sometimes you get like not in a bad way, but you're really famous in the moment, right? And so you're just like, oh, like I don't have time to do this little thing or whatever. But the fact that they came and did it was like super, super sweet. And that's too why I wanted to donate to all the charities, because it's just like I was just happy they all showed up. All the performers, all the ones, the dancers in the little shorts, they're my Pride dancers, but they all dance with like Beyonce at Coachella. There's a Britney Spears backup dancer. Like they all dance with like major, celebrities. So the fact that they came and did this little fun song was really fun. So yes, and RuPaul, don't sue me because we have a little Shantae you stay in there. That was okay. So I did the voice memo of this whole song to Jeremy, but he put that little part in there, and I was like, oh, I don't know if we can use that. I feel like that's trademarked, but. We love you, and we love Drag Race, and we love the queens, and we support, and so thank you. And like I said, all proceeds of the songs will go to a good cause, because we're not just monetizing off gays just to put in my pocket. We're doing it for good. So download the song, stream it everywhere. Catch us at Pride, Friday, June 6th, I think, in Washington, D.C. One of those, yes. Anyways.
That is so funny.
Yay.
And behind the scenes tea that I have to give is the best part is the little dancers doing like their booty shots. Is your mom, you're like, Mom, you want to see on the screen, on the monitor? And she's like, no, I'm looking in real life. She was like, she was really into that choreography with a little booty shaking.
Yes.
And, yes, it was fierce.
She loved it. And then she was next to another one of our dancers in booty shorts. And I was like, Mom, we gotta get like more into it. And she was, okay, I didn't know if I was a gay or an ally. So I didn't know if she didn't know if she was supposed to be into the man or not. I'm just like, Mom, you're just my mom. You're here to support. But she was wanting to know the notes of it all. She's like, well, I'm like, it's everybody, okay, all inclusive. Then Moses, his cameo is pointing. Weirdly, that shot made the cut of him pointing to ice cream on the back of his shirt. I don't know, but I also loved you being there. I was happy you were in it.
Because I was caught off guard. I was like, it was my turn to do a solo dance or something, but I didn't even see where the camera was or what was. I was looking at you, and everything. It was just like.
I think that was the most I've seen you like nervous. Like I've never seen you like not.
Not for myself. I knew that you were nervous about having me there. There's like, you know what I mean?
No, I wasn't. No.
I was more for you, and that's for me.
I was nervous
you know what I mean?
for you because I'll tell you why. Because I was nervous to like perform. Like when we did the picnic table thing, and Jules goes up first, struts on the picnic table, just looks so fierce in 8-inch heels, just serving, going down, dipping. Then Kori's up next. Kori is doing the most, legs open, like just doing so much. And then Andy, my director, is like, Trish, do you want to go up there? And I was like, in my head, I'm like, no, of course not. Like I'm 7 months pregnant. I don't know if this is gonna tip over. Like I'm not gonna even be able to move before I was pregnant, but definitely can't move now being pregnant like that. Like but it was like my one shot, and I was like, okay, Trish, you did this video. We went budget for this. Is it budget or no budget? I don't know what to say when you like.
No budget.
No cost.
No budget.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we had a budget. It wasn't $1 million.
Well, okay, when you tell somebody,
we
tell somebody you're on a budget.
Okay.
Or if they ask you, is there a budget? It's like, no budget.
Yeah, this was
going
kind of
crazy. There's no budget.
Yeah, I haven't gotten the rest of the invoice yet, but usually he knows what to keep it in, but it probably, anyways. So I was like, oh, just like do it. This is like your video. You like wanted to do it, but it was the same thing for you. I was just like, I know when people go full out, like, because there was a bunch of solos before you. Maybe you don't get intimidated, but I was intimidated. I was like, I don't want to like dance, but then I had to like let it go, especially for the drag scene at the end. We did that nighttime, and I was like, okay, Trish, just do it. Even though everyone else is like serving so hard, I don't know. I always thought I was a good performer until I saw them perform, and I was kind of like, damn, I'm a mid, which is fine. I'm admitted to be a mid, but I was like, damn, they're really, really good. They're just so, what is the word, coordinated? Like never falling.
Yeah.
Like how? Like even when sometimes they do the wobble like a fake out, like whoa, whoa, but they're like in control of it. I was like.
No, Bowen Arrow, she's like a local LA queen. I think she's friends with Acacia.
Yes.
And she's the one in the blue, the really tall one, but she's literally like a circus performer. Like she does aerial work, she does like fire dancing, and like she's so tall, and like I don't know, the things she does with her body. My back was hurting just from the little
pain
moment.
Same, yeah. Me getting up on that table, my back was hurting. No, I know. I didn't know they were gonna go full out like that. That was I would tell you, because like right when you guys left, it started, but I didn't know. Like I didn't know if it was gonna be like long or slow or whatever. And they did all those performances, and they did it probably like 30 times, like full out. I was gay. I was so gay, because obviously I watched Drag Race and stuff, but I actually have never really seen like drag performers like live, and now it's like all I want to do, because watching it I was just like so mesmerized. And like even the featured like extras, I guess you could call them, but they were just so wonderful. They stayed and they were so hyped. It was so cool because I was like, is gay okay? And they'd be like, hell yeah. They were just like so excited. So I don't know. They really brought a lot to it. Yes. And Devos, who's also Acacia's friend, I met her when she came to do the collab and she was there. Like all of them were amazing and wonderful, and I feel honored. So I don't know, it was a good video. This episode of Just Trish sponsored by Home Chef. We love Home Chef. I have been touring and on the road. I'm always eating out, and sometimes I just want a home cooked meal. But however, when I come home, we can't find time to do the home cooked meal. How are we gonna go to the store? How are we gonna get ingredients? Home Chef has got us covered. They can prepare a meal for a single or family plan. They provide all the ingredients directly to your door so you get them fresh and just the ingredients you need and use. Because sometimes I buy a lot of ingredients, I leave, and then they go to badness. Let's also talk about price difference, okay? Sometimes you think, oh, I'll go to the store, it's cheaper, or eating in, or delivery services. No. It makes matters worse. There's so many unhealthy options to sift through. Home Chef can help you save money and eat healthier with their fresh, delicious meal kits delivered straight to your door. Back in the day, meal kits were expensive. Now they are affordable. Home Chef being my favorite. Home Chef delivers fresh ingredients and chef-designed recipes conveniently to your doorstep to simplify your cooking experience. They're easy to follow recipes. If I can follow them, you can follow them. They have microwavable ones. They have fancy ones. You can pick your level of comfort. Users of leading meal kits have rated Home Chef #1 in quality, convenience, value, taste, and recipe ease. Whether you prefer classic meal kits with pre-proportioned ingredients, quick 30-minute recipes, oven-ready options, microwave meals, or dedicated family menu, Home Chef has everything you and your family need for hassle-free, delicious dinners. Home Chef has over 30 options a week and serves a variety of dietary needs. Plus, it's economical. Home Chef customers save an average of $86 per month on groceries. And when meal planning ends up on the back burner, check out Home Chef's new 5-ingredient meals that simplify prep with super easy recipe steps using just 5 fresh, pre-proportioned ingredients. For a limited time, Home Chef is offering my listeners 50% off and free shipping for your first box, plus free dessert for life. That's my favorite perk. Go to homechef.com/Trish. That's homechef.com/Trish, TRISH, for 50%. That's 50%, half off your first box and free dessert for life. Homechef.com/Trish. Must be an active subscriber to receive a free dessert. Thank you, Home Chef. And how'd you feel doing your solo? You were okay? You didn't get intimidated?
I kind of, at first, me and Jimmy were positioned right next to one of your dancers, Jonah, and then at first he was wearing sweatpants for like work, and then he took off the sweatpants and it was like the red booty shorts, and we're like, copy that. So I think we just decided to go full camp because like in comparison, it's like, well, yes. So yeah, I had fun with it. I was really excited to be there. It was way more than literally I ever thought. You really downplay everything. Even your birthday dinner too. That was a whole soiree and we had no idea. I was like, you really do be downplaying things.
Well, that's so funny you say that. That one was, I feel like, more like low key, but it still was. I was surprised people came. I mean, it's because to me, I'm like, oh, it's just like a cute few people, but I was always surprised that people came in.
I was like did you make your own birthday invitation or? Because it was so like
no,
it was so like
you know me.
It was so low key, and I was like, oh, okay, like it'll be a little get together. Then we show up, and then it's like there's a DJ, there's like waiters,
I mean,
there's a bar.
It was a little wedding.
Yeah,
it was like a little wedding. The tables and the arrangements and the flowers. I thought it was like
Moses making bolognese. It's like that's
kind of really cute, actually. Though, no, I know
it was like a whole thing.
One day we'll do that.
Well, and, we didn't have any lights. Moses came through at the end to bring lights because I was like, oh my god, it's gonna get dark. All other parties have like string lights go across, and this one didn't. And I was like, okay, because I don't know. I guess inflation. This party costs more than more. I was like, okay, but I thought there was gonna be some string lights. So when we thought there was no lights, and our house gets really dark at night, you come up and you got some purple lights or something and put them out there and stuff. So it was just like a DJ and like a little pasta wheel, but
it was like a 5-course meal. But okay.
And you sat next to my dad, yes, who I just heard talking to you the whole time.
Wow, the tea I got from your dad and stepmom, they are so convinced about the reincarnation of the Pope. Like, they were going hard with their own investigation.
Wait, what? Because my dad didn't talk to me about this. In fact, I thought he thought it was blasphemous. I sent him articles about it.
Oh, no.
Because my dad's like, if you guys don't know, he's like a hardcore Catholic. Now, obviously, I'm his daughter, so he's very, like, open-minded Catholic. Yes. But he's, like, he goes to church every day. He's very involved with the church. He built the church from the I Love You, Jesus video. Like, he's very... All the money has gone to the church. I remember one time, like, he donated an absurd amount of money to the church. And this was when I was like literally a prostitute in Hollywood. I was like, oh, I could have used $100 of that money. And he donated like an absurd amount to build a church. But anyway, so he's very Catholic, anything's like blasphemous. He thinks Moses is literally Moses. He sent him another text the other day, like, thank you so much for saving Trisha. Prayers answered. Like God's like anyways, so that's the background. But what did I thought it was blasphemous. He's never talked to me about it. What did he say? He was like excited or?
Oh, he was living. And your stepmom too, living. Yeah, because it was your birthday. That was the day the Pope got elected, chosen, whatever.
I don't know either. I was like, the Pope is chosen. I was like, all right.
And there was just like so many coincidences coming out, and I was like, and they were telling me about him too, and I'm like, oh yeah, I know. So the new Pope was chosen on your birthday, which is kind of a big coincidence. Both from Illinois. Your stepmom was born the same year as the Pope, so she's very into that, okay. And only 12 miles apart. So they were born the same year, 12 miles apart. Yes,
that's crazy.
They were giving me all this tea, and then they were like,
the tea.
They were like, I mean, that's too many coincidences. Like, there has to be something going on.
Malibu's birthday.
Yes, and the new Pope's birthday is Malibu's birthday.
So how does that tie to this baby? Just that it's
well,
all...
the past Pope died. So yeah. So
okay.
Pope Leo is the new one. And there was something else. Your dad was saying something else about this is Leo the third, but Leo the second was the first one to be on video camera. So he thinks that also is tied onto you because you have a career in front of the camera.
He was on Jimmy to find it. Find it and edit it, Jimmy. I was like, okay. Just giving notes to you guys.
It was fierce, but they were all
he
in.
was into it. I think he was so confused. I remember I sent him because, again, my dad loves, like, he's like a super fan of Catholicism. So he loves the Pope and everything. I think it's the first Pope, too, not only from Illinois, but obviously just like an American. So that was a big thing. So my dad, I remember I sent him, like, articles when it first came out. I was like, oh my God, I'm, like, trending with the Pope or whatever. And I think my dad was, like, confused. So they must have really investigated after.
I think they did, because now they're all in.
They're on
and there
board.
was something else with the 8s, too. I forget what they said, but...
Oh, the Pope was 88 when he died.
Yes.
And that's my birth year.
Yes.
It is. And he's Pope Francis, which is my father's name is Francis. So he was like, it's a good name for the baby. And it's a boy. And so, you know, it's not bad. Moses was talking about middle name being Francis. I was like, okay, well, the names we think of for the first name doesn't really go with Francis. It would have to be Pope Francis. I don't know. I love that my dad's on board with it.
I mean, the amount of coincidences is a little spooky, like a little eerie. I'm like, wait, it was all like for gags and giggles, and now I'm like, but actually,
no, there was a TikTok that has literally, like, this morning it had like 9 million views talking about like all the coincidences and like Trisha's womb is so powerful.
Yes.
I talked about tying my tubes, and your mom's like, I love it, do it. But I'm kind of like, what if I'm shutting off like a power? What if I'm shutting off like life? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm destined to have 10 kids. You know, I don't know. Like, maybe there's something that I need to be doing for the world.
There is a lot to think about now. It is
I know.
a lot of pressure.
I seriously am thinking about it. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't.
And then even when you said, like, with Elvis, you know, no one died. But then the explanation I saw was if Elvis was a boy, King Charles would have kicked the bucket. That's
he
so
waited.
He was spared because Elvis was a girl.
Oh,
so
I see.
Yeah, because Malibu, Queen Elizabeth, and maybe you were supposed to take out Queen Charles, but you somehow had a girl. So then
I see.
Yeah, so Charles was spared, and then the Pope. With
the
now
universe
that you're having a boy,
with the gender roles. Okay, just
it does kind of make sense because it is like, well, how did no one die for Elvis? But
he was spared.
Yes,
it was shaky there for a moment.
It was touch and go.
King Charles would have sadly passed away when Elvis. Then I would be like, this is crazy. But the Pope is a little, but we'll run with it. I love that this is like a thing. I love that my dad's behind it because I was like, okay, Gen Z, you can have this one. But my dad's, I guess, a boomer technically, right? So, I mean, he's behind it. Okay. You know,
something for everyone.
Huh?
Something for everyone.
Something for everyone. I'm glad everyone's excited about this. I'm excited. So when the baby comes, everyone's going to be like, oh my God, it's the Pope, you know? All right, well, I'm here for Pope Leo and Leo. It could possibly be. My baby could, technically, the due date is a Leo's due date, but I think I'm going to get a C-section early, which would make it a Cancer. Sure. So we'll see. Because I know when we thought it was a Leo, we liked the name Lion King. We thought that was a good one. But Pope Leo.
Because you were going to do Scorpio King if he was a Scorpio.
That one would have been pretty perfect, but we can't do that anymore. And Aquamarine people love, but mind it for a boy, but I don't know. We'll see. What is really switch name? Someone suggested we take Elvis's name away from her. Like,
what?
Did you not see this TikTok?
No.
It had like 1 million views, and some's like, she's young enough. She won't know.
She won't
Give it to the
remember.
new one.
Puppy? Like, what?
And she responds to her name. Malibu calls her Elvis. We say Elvis, and she turns like she knows her name. Like, just give it to this boy, and then give her Aquamarine. I was like, I don't think that's how it works. Our baby girl is Elvis. Baby boy is Pending, but.
Pending. Is that the name?
That's a good one, actually. Pending. I love the name Pen, actually, so much. I would consider it heavily. I like him again.
He came back around.
I'm back on the bandwagon. We finished you. I know this is like, we've been doing you nonstop, but we finally finished it. And you were right in your prediction. I loved it. I loved her. I loved the ending. I loved the character of Bronte, actually. I wish I could have been her. I thought she was so good. I thought she was the one to end. It's so funny. I did see a meme, though. It's so funny. They're like, Joe Goldberg, like, you know, the Eat the Rich killer. He outsmarted, like, all these people and detectives and, like, pinned it on other people, but couldn't outsmart Reddit detectives. He's like, these four.
Honestly, fair. Reddit detectives are fierce.
I mean, they are.
Yeah.
I guess that's true then. I was just like, that is kind of funny how, like, he was, like, literally, like, this, like, monster that was able to, like, get everybody. Didn't like that, spoiler alert, didn't like that Kate didn't die. Like, how did she get out of that fire?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, how?
Yeah, that was kind of a gag. That was a gag, yeah.
And she had minimal scarring. I was like, okay, which I get it. It was a nice thing. Like, these are my scars. I wear them, love it. But also, how did you get out? I don't know. I actually loved it. I loved it so much. Yeah. And I just think, again, the argument, I had a little rant yesterday on my TikTok. My TikTok yesterday was Hot Topics. I was talking about, like, the hot topics. I was like, let me talk about all these hot topics we'll never cover. But I really do hate the fact that they're like, oh, stop romanticizing him. Meanwhile, he is, like, completely naked for, like, the whole last episode of the thing. I'm like, well, how are we not supposed to be like, oh, he's so romantic, he's so wonderful, you know what I mean? Because he looks so hot.
Yeah, I think Penn said that he wanted him to look like a deranged, like, sexual predator. So
he just looked like a hot underwear model to me.
But that's
like a Hugo Boss campaign.
That's why it was so contradicting, because they wanted him to wear a white, like a what's called
white tank. Or yeah,
isn't that like a wife beater?
Why don't you even say that anymore? I think it's like not politically correct. Yeah.
But I'm saying like the white tank top is the deranged one. Like that's the deranged look.
Yeah, they literally. To go back to that, even though it's not politically correct, I guess they call it a wife beater for that reason, because it's kind of tied with people looking a little like the Stan video with Eminem, like the the obsessed guy wears the white tank tops. So I agree. Yeah, if it would have been dirty, give him a little beer belly. You know, give him a little bit like all of a sudden he's disgusting. Maybe pull a little of his hair out. You know, just give him a little bit of a dustier look. But they made him look so attractive, and I was like, well. I mean, hello. You know what I mean? Like, the whole thing, I just was like, okay. And I don't like true crime. I don't like violence. Obviously, it was, like, kind of violent against women. Obviously, like, bleh. But, again, it's like this TV show. It's like this fantasy that he would do anything for her. And I liked that he kept coming back to her, honestly, because he really loved her. He was like, honestly, you fooled me once, you fooled me twice, but here I am still loving you. And I was like, I really thought at the end she was going to turn and be like, oh, God, like, how can I not? He loved her for all her craziness. Honestly, that's the best. That's like Moses. When he loved me through all the craziness, I was like, wow, that's the test. You passed all 3 levels of crazy and you're still here. You know?
I think the show had to end with Joe Goldberg getting some kind of, like, punishment. I feel like it has to.
But did he get punished? Because, again, sorry, I know we're talking about this, but I love this show. Honestly, this might be my favorite show ever, even above Bridgerton. But at the end, he was getting those letters from the women. I know you're saying as a comment on, like, society, it's like the problem is you. But, like, I was just telling Moses at the end of it, I was like, he's actually going to get more women than ever. It's like, look at all the people in prison, like the Menendez brothers, even, like, Scott Peterson, like, all those people. They get so many women in prison. Like,
that was the point of the ending, being like, why
so he gets more. But he's going to have so many women to, like, choose from and fall in love with. Like,
I think there'll be another season. Like, this is the perfect, like, you know, he falls in love with somebody through letters, he escapes prison.
That's true.
Because he's smart enough to escape prison. He's that kind of guy.
Yeah, he is smart. He's smart,
like,
good-looking, talented. He's
and
trauma.
he doesn't feel like he's been punished at all. Like, he's just in another setting, in another cage now. But,
that's true.
But there's people around, so as long as he can
he's
manipulate...
He's going to get so ripped, too, in prison. He's going to be like,
But he doesn't have a penis, so he can't...
Did it get shot off completely?
Penn confirmed, yes.
Interesting.
He has
I think Penn's just rewriting some of these things. Because also him being like, he's this. Yeah, he's like, actually, this is happening. But honestly, girls don't care. What, you know, like, I wouldn't care. When you look like that, you're just kind of like, whatever.
Strap it on.
Yeah, yes, period. Adam and Eve sponsor next week. I love it. Yes, that is it. Oh my God, no. Right. Well, he wanted to do sex scenes, I guess, for the next season. Like he never wanted to do.
Maybe that's why, yeah. I don't know.
That was good.
My qualm too, I kind of wish it had more of the trial, like before leading up to him getting in jail, because we kind of lose the characters that they bring back.
Yes.
Right? Like,
yes.
oh God, I'm forgetting their names.
Marianne
but Marianne and Nadia.
Nadia. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like they come in for a little bit, then we lose them. But it would have been powerful if they like testified and were like part of the reason why he was locked up. Like they should have showed the women that survived Joe, like, be the reason he got locked up.
That's
They did that though. They did that when he was in the cage in the basement. That was the trial. They all came. They all testified to
True.
him. So they did show that in a way that
very
wasn't
little. Not Marianne more so. Nadia had like, I was like, I kind of forgot her character. I forgot what happened. I'm like, she gave nothing. Marianne came and was like pissed. But I agree with you. I also was like, I think Moses pointed this out too. It's like, they just left Kate. They're like, all right, bye, Kate. Kate's like, I'm going to do this myself. I'm like, bye. It's like, why did they stay? Yeah.
like you can trust.
I mean, there was a lot of plot holes, but I didn't mind it. I like the romanticizing of all of it. I liked, I love Bronte. He has a type. I mean, they all look the same to me. When people are like, oh, I don't know, when they're talking about the way she looks, I'm like, they all kind of look
People were
similar.
so mean. Yeah, they were like, oh, she's like not hot enough or something. Like people were spamming her comments on Instagram. Like, y'all are deranged. Like the character to me was kind of annoying just because she was so, and I get it. She was like the archetype of what Joe would fall for, like the literary, like quirky girl.
Yeah.
With like, because it was kind of like a mix of all the girls that he's been with, you know,
Yeah.
like working at the bookstore, going to school, like being into literature, then with love when it's like I wolf you, and then she's like this girl's doing the chow mein, like slurping it with him.
That was couldn't get past that. I was like, do not kiss me with those chow mein noodles.
I think she was trying to be a mix of all of them.
Yeah, the wolf you I forgot.
That was so cringe too.
Okay, the cringy, I did see that. The like Gen Z slang. Yes, it was very cringe.
Yeah.
There was one they used in this one that was so bad. He called her like, he's like, are you a baddie? I was like, ooh. I was like, okay,
And
Joe
the way
Goldberg.
she describes her, Bronte describes herself too, she uses a lot of like Gen Z slang like mixed in there. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah,
But
that part. I guess they're trying to adapt, but
yeah.
not working for
But
that. All right, we're done. I'm sorry. I know we like stretched it out so long. I just was like, I really do love that show. I was like, damn, the show's so good. I loved it. I love this. The last season, I think, was my favorite. I know. Hot take. No one else agreed.
It is
was
a hot take, but you know, I love that you stand by it.
I stand by it. I'm like, get me on Ozempic. I want to be the next girl. You know what I mean? I need to get down to the 100-pound mark so you can drag me into the cage. But it was, I loved it. Badly, I love you too. I just love you. He also seems so supportive. His wife seemed so supportive. I started going to her Instagram and she was like, everyone go stream you, which I thought was so sweet. It's like, oh my gosh, like your husband's making out with all these like gorgeous women and you're like, go stream it. That's
He
my
used her
babe.
music in the soundtrack too of this past season, Domino's music.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I forgot
Oh,
what
I love.
episode, but he used one of her songs in it.
See, that's real love. He's like a real life Joe Goldberg. He's like, here you go.
The good
would
parts, I guess.
Hopefully not.
Well, we're watching Righteous Gemstones. Well, we're done watching Righteous Gemstones. Made it 6 episodes. I can't. Have you started? Have you watched it?
No, I won't be.
It's for men. It's literally written for men. It's just a bunch of literally men's penises every episode, but comedic. Like, it's not supposed to be sexy or hot. It's always just like men naked. Walton Goggins' penis is in there. I was like, I fell asleep. Shout out to my husband, who literally was like, you should rewatch the first part of this episode. And I was like, oh, no, it's fine. I don't like this show. He's like, I don't know. Walton Goggins in a bathtub. Literally, I don't know. I guess we can talk wall sack, penis, like just everything. And Moses
I
thinks
don't
it's
think it's
prosthetic.
real.
I
Yeah,
think
for
it's
sure.
it's real.
Definitely.
It looked like kind of like yours.
Thank
It
you.
really did.
Thank you. But
It wasn't like. It was nice. It was perfect. It wasn't like this like crazy comedic like length
no, but
to it.
it was too perfect. Like.
Oh wow, okay, too perfect. What if that's his real penis? He's gonna be feel so happy, and it makes
You
sense.
should comment on his Instagram. It's
We
not real,
love
it's
your.
prosthetic.
Take it to the next level.
He'll answer you.
That is so. Oh my gosh, okay, I just messed up my lipstick thinking about that. Well, because people find him so attractive, and it makes sense that he would have like that perfect BDE. You know what I mean? Like, because it is something about him, and so when I saw it, it looked very real to me, and I did like that one because all the other penises they show in this show. I mean, it makes me never want to look at another penis. Not in a bad way. They just make it in a very unflattering. There's always an unflattering situation of being humiliated. Like they find the people who broke into the thing and they like make them take off their pants. Or the whole show starts off with basically the guy having a sex tape. Who's the main guy? I forget. Danny McBride? Is that? I don't know. I have no idea. Somebody that works with Walton Goggins a lot, but he's like naked. That's the whole point of the show. A lot of like cum jokes. Can I say? I don't know what I can say. Like I don't know, just a lot of man humor. Moses it's the show for Moses really, because he knew like one of the memes
not
of
for
the
me.
goth.
I just recognize a meme there.
There was like goths dancing. He's like, ooh, it's this meme, and he knew this like meme they were recreating. I was like, all right. I don't know. I didn't get any of it. I don't get it. It's not for me. People like it. Bad show. I try to watch it for Walton Goggins. Even that can't save it for me.
No, because it's like taking Reno 911 and putting a ton of budget into it, and then it's not the same anymore. You know, it's either like low budget, funny, or there's not like there's too much and not enough.
That part, because I love John Goodman. Oh my God, love him. Like to see him in a show, I was like, okay, love him. Love Adam Devine. Like love him. Like I truly like love everyone in this show. Thank you so much to the sponsor of today's episode, Manscaped. We love Manscaped in this household because I love my man freshly scaped. Father's Day is right around the corner, and if you're still searching for the perfect gift, I've got you covered. We all know dads can be tough to shop for, but Manscaped has the ultimate gift to keep him fresh, confident, and well groomed. And the best part, no waiting for shipping. Just stop by your local CVS and grab it today. Ooh, I love going to CVS. You know me, I love a CVS haul. Here's the best part. The Lawn Mower 3.0 plus Refined Kit is exclusive to CVS. It's got everything dad needs to stay fresh, clean, and confident. Join the over 12 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped to stay clean, fresh, and confident. You guys, I'm not going to even lie. I'm going to CVS right now because I love when my man shaves. But sometimes he's like, oh, I don't have a blade. Oh, it's too dull. It's not in the shower. I'm going to put it in the shower. I'm going to go CVS, put it in the shower, wrap it up in a waterproof bow, and have him use it. Go to work on that. Versatility and precision. The Lawn Mower 3.0 Plus is waterproof. Love that. For wet or dry use, and cleanup is easy. We love the waterproofness. My husband, he brushes his teeth in the shower. He does everything in the shower. I'm like, like what? This is meant for the shower. Or dry. Just rinse under running water. The built-in LED spotlight helps dad tackle hard-to-reach areas. Okay. With precision, eliminating missed spots. We love those hard-to-reach areas, nice and shaved. Do it for him. That's an extra surprise. Be like, you know what? I got you. I love help shaving, so maybe you can help him shave for Father's Day. Confidence and comfort. The updated skin-safe ceramic blade is rounded for enhanced comfort and includes a built-in guard to minimize nicks and cuts so he can groom sensitive areas with confidence. The rubber grip ensures superior control, preventing slips for a smooth grooming experience. Power and performance. A constant RPM motor ensures consistent shaving power, even as the battery runs low. The battery delivers up to 60 minutes of runtime and recharges quickly with the included USB-C cable and adapter. Customization. Just two adjustable combs, 2mm to 12mm. Lets you personalize his trim, whether dad prefers a close shave or a bit of stubble. But the Lawn Mower 3.0 Plus Refined Kit doesn't stop there. It also comes with a crop preserver, the anti-chafing groin deodorant designed to keep him feeling fresh and dry all day. The Crop Soother, a soothing groin aftershave lotion infused with aloe, perfect for calming the skin after a close shave. And finally, the Crop Reviver, a refreshing on-the-go toner spray that keeps him cool and confident whenever he needs a quick touch-up. Manscaped is great because like I love a close shave. Moses will do a stubble, so it's a nice compromise, and you can get either one. So when it's my birthday or something special, he does the close shave. And when it's just something he's like, I just got to shave for the day, he does a little stubble. Manscaped's got you covered. This Father's Day, skip the boring gifts and give dad something he'll actually use. Head to your local CVS today, grab the Lawn Mower 3.0 Plus Refined Kit, and give dad the gift of top-notch grooming this Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there, and thank you to Manscaped for sponsoring today's episode. I don't know why I don't love it. And I love the idea. Like, I love Tammy Faye Baker. Like, I love you, Jesus. Hello. I love the idea.
And then
I don't know.
We watched Hacks right after, and we were laughing out loud.
Oh,
you know?
Hacks is
so much more simple, so much more, but the writing, the jokes were funny.
Well, I guess it's meant for us. That makes sense. I think the Gem Zone is very, and then I put that on my TikTok, and someone's like, it's a parody of like men's humor, and I'm like, I get it.
Jeff said he likes that show, so
makes sense.
I think that speaks volumes.
Jeff interviewing Quentin Tarantino.
What?
I'm like through Patreon, by the way, which Patreon is like. I'm the golden child of Patreon. I don't understand. I spiral all weekend about this. Even most, like, they probably suggested it, and he's like, no. What the hell? I was like, I got to interview Roger Avery and Quentin Tarantino to promote the Video Archives podcast. I'm like, what? God.
Meanwhile, your Patreon name is Trish Tarantino.
That was before we changed it. It was always Mrs. Tarantino, Trisha Tarantino.
Oh my god.
I had a little spiral over that. I'm like, damn it, Jeff Wittick. I'm sure Patreon asked it. I don't know that disconnect there. I
You
give
gotta
up.
reach out for a statement.
Oh my god, I give up. I'm just
Oh my
like,
god, that is so funny.
Jeff Wittick would like Righteous Gemstones. That's for sure.
He does. Yeah.
It was.
He was here when he said he loves that show.
Really?
Yeah.
What did I say? I was like, I probably didn't know what he's talking about. I was like, all right.
Didn't know at the time.
He would like it. It's just so
Oh my
like
God.
guy humor. We were talking about this. I think you were talking about how like Joe Rogan early on would always talk about guys being naked. Like, and it's like it's always like a very straight guy thing. Like, I remember this too, like Vlog Squad days, but even like high school, like they would always talk about like seeing each other like helicopter penis and stuff like that. Like it's a
locker
very
room humor.
yeah, but like yes, but also they would see like I remember. I think it was David's bit that's very public in his videos would be like, Jonah, pull your pants down. So people could like, just like laugh at your penis. He would do that to everyone, just like flash people. And I was like, what is this humor? Like, so it's like, I get it, like, but also I don't get it. Because like, what is the joke? Just like, here's a penis? But also you're all men. You're doing it for each other, really. So I was like,
I really think it's for the closeted man.
That's crazy. All of them, Joe Rogan?
I
David
think
Dobrik?
there's
okay,
like one
maybe.
closeted person that really wants to see, and then
They-
they create a humor
They
around
all
it.
have the humor.
I don't think everyone
Yes.
really gets the humor,
No,
but
in the
everyone
Vlog
is like,
Squad-
oh, I guess this is what guys do.
No, in the blog, everybody would be like, look at Jonah's penis. Have you seen Jonah's penis? I was like, what is
But they
the
laugh
obsession?
at everything there. It's not.
No,
that's
but
what
that
I'm saying.
particular
But
joke was everywhere. And it's giving me gemstone vibes. Where I kept seeing you left for one, and all of a sudden there was like 6 penises on screen. And I'm like, what the hell is happening? And it's not cute White Lotus. It's not sexy. It's not anything. It's just like it's like a Jonah type or like the Nick type person standing there with like their, it's a flaccid penis and you can barely see it because the belly and all that stuff like that. It's very, very odd.
I feel like straight guys laugh at small penises or huge penises. For some reason, they think it's like silly.
That's
I don't know.
true. Because when you have a huge penis, like, oh my god, like,
look at that thing,
yeah,
swinging that thing.
It's
Yeah,
also very,
crazy, but
I don't know. This is why I say we're all a little gay because
And that's what I'm saying.
Olay! Yeah, you can't leave with that.
I'm sorry if you're a straight guy and you're just so excited about showing a penis to someone. Like, I think you might have a little, and they just don't want to embrace or talk about it, whatever. That's their like humor, but very weird. I have to stop officially watching Righteous Gemstones, which I'm really sad. But I thought about that because you said Penn used Domino's song, and I was like, why did they not use "I Love You, Jesus" in this? It would have been perfect. It would have been such a perfect song, but whatever. It's over now.
Save it for a better show.
Love that. Megan 3. I gotta follow up with Megan. I think it's supposed to be next week. I don't know. It was supposed to be this week, and now I think it's next week. I have a cosplay being made for it,
Oh
so
my God,
it better
work.
happen. Yeah, I think we might have to
I'm
go
so
somewhere,
excited.
but we'll see. Yeah, I'm excited too. All right, all that's like just so much to catch up on, but
I know you had an exciting week though. This
it was
past
exciting.
Week. Yeah,
I did feel like the need to comment on so many things on social media, on the TikTok, on everything. I was like, let me just comment stuff again that like no one really cares about. But I was like, let me just weigh in on this. I couldn't wait till Hot Topics. I had to say it all right then and there.
My big life update. Oh, actually, I
You have
have
a
two
life
little
update?
updates. Well, I got LABUBUs. I'm fully LABUBU pilled. So I've succumbed to, and let me tell you, actually, tying it back to Jewel Sparkles, it's actually her that was the final influence because she opened up LABUBUs with Anya Nerve, who is the winner of Drag Race, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
And when Anya opened that LABUBU, she was more excited about that than winning Drag Race. She was screaming in the store. She was so happy.
Was it a surprise or she like didn't
It was
know?
like the mystery box, and she was like, I really want this colored one. And the one that she wanted, she opened, and she looked, the pure joy on her face. I was like, and I was depressed at the time I was watching this, and I was like, I want to feel that. I want to feel that like inspiration, that happiness, that pure joy.
Aww.
And I went on Facebook Marketplace and I found a box of LABUBUs and I bought it in
A box?
Yes, a box. And I bought them in. It was like a drug deal. It was like in a random mall parking lot. He sent me a photo of like his view from his car, and I had to like find out where he was
Yeah. Did you go by yourself?
by myself. Yeah.
Gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Honestly,
bring
if that's the way I
someone.
go, that's the way I go.
No.
For LABUBUs, that's a story.
The
That's a
LABUBU.
story.
Oh my, was he by himself?
Yeah, he was by himself.
And he just had a box of LABUBUs.
He had a box of LABUBUs, yeah,
spend
in his car.
3 digits on it?
Yeah, 3 digits. But It wasn't that much more. I think there were 33 each, and they sell for like 25. So
Okay.
yeah, I felt not terrible about it. And there's just no way. There's the Jimmys of the world who are like on the TikTok lives. They're at Pop Mart. They have their notifications on. They're getting them legitimately. There's the rest of us that are just trying to, doing what we can. I don't have the strength to compete in the LABUBU market.
I would go on StockX and buy a $300 LABUBU. I can't either. I'm just I don't know.
It's a lot. It's hard.
So I don't understand because I see it on TikTok Live all the time. So are they not available? Like, you're just going to go and buy it on TikTok Live?
That's the whole lore that Jimmy
Yes.
does. He sits on there all day looking for them.
Yes, because they drop them randomly and they sell out like literally instantly. And then the stores, like each individual store has their own like Instagram account, and they'll post when they stock them, and you have to buy them online to pick up in the store. So you can't even just like walk into a Pop Mart and like pick up a LABUBU. You have to like put in a lot of work to get them. So
I hide my LABUBUs from my daughters. I feel a little sad. I know they would think they were cute, but there'd be nail polish all over them. So I was like, I need to hide these at all costs. But Pop Mart, we love a LABUBU. They did send me a LABUBU. They sent me a care package. They sent me a new LABUBU. But if there's LABUBUs to be had, there's like a new collections coming out all the time.
Yes.
And we're down for I love the LABUBU too. I am someone that's like, it's too like trendy. But I'm someone who likes to be in the craze, but also not like it. Because I'm not like a LABUBU enthusiast to the extreme, but I like them. I think they're cute. I'm into it. I do buy them. Maybe I should just show them too. I guess I should start being trendy with them too. Mine are all bedazzled. Jimmy said that he thinks they're real.
yeah,
he thinks
he
they're
was
real.
telling me that too. You can scan the QR code on them. I found.
Yeah, he said that he thinks they're real. I have another fancy one upstairs in a Chanel outfit too, but they're like little bling ones. But I have regular
they do
ones.
look real.
Okay, well I'm glad I have a real LABUBU. I do love them. I think they're cute. I gotta put them on my bag. Do you have them on your bag?
No, when I see people like out, I saw a straight couple at the mall, and this was before I bought the box, and I was like really just wanting a LABUBU, and I saw them at the mall, and they would like, they had like 6. They had one girl had hers on her purse, her boyfriend had him like on his crossbody, and I literally had the primal instinct to rob them. I had the primal urge. I was like, there was a split second, and my brain was like,
take them,
take them,
take them,
and I was like I had to like tell myself no, that's not okay, which kind of is a little scary, but I was like, I had the urge to rob them of the LABUBU. So
that's true.
I'm keeping mine in the safety of my home. Yes.
Yeah, that's actually a very good point because Jimmy wore his out like to the party.
I would rob him too. He almost lost his LABUBU at Chili's. He said it fell off his bag at Chili's.
Well, he is taking pictures of them everywhere with all the pizzas and the chips. And
he's taking them around town.
Yeah,
but
he's
mine
taking
will
them
not
out.
be seeing the light of day. My LABUBU.
I'm torn. I do get torn with that because it's like, yes, they're meant to be seen, but you love a collector. You like to just collect. And, but then I always think like in moves and stuff, I always lose. I'm like, damn, I wish I would have used them at one point. Like stickers. I used to collect stickers and I lost all my sticker collections. I'm like, I should just put them on my freaking binder. But I was like, I'm going to save these for something. And then you like lose them. And then you're like, oh, what the hell happened?
Well, I'm a little more on it. You have so many possessions.
Yes.
that it is
but
hard
we're getting an organizer next Wednesday. It's coming.
Work.
It's happening. I'm so excited. We have people organizing. It's gonna be so good. They're so excited about it too. When organizers come to our house, I'm always like apologizing.
I think you're an organizer's dream because there's so much stuff. Like even the thought of it like gives me a rush. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see.
No, I'm not even an organizer.
The more it's not organized, the more excited they get because they know the turnaround they can, the before and after.
Very dramatic.
Like they opened our pantry, they're like, literally, they were like this. Yes. They're like, yes.
And you have the space. You have all this like space to work with. Yeah.
That's what they said. They go in the kitchen like, oh, you have lots of space. You just don't use it correctly. It's like perfect. Like I can't. It'll be the best money ever spent. I'm so excited about it. They did give me like an influencer rate. They're like, if you want to do like before and afters with us, like, yeah, give me an influencer rate all day long, So I'm very excited. And
there'll be a big influx on Poshmark, so.
Yes, that's
go
true.
there.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
There's gonna be. I literally
Your
was
mom's
like,
gonna be freaking busy.
she'll be here with them. She'll be like, I'm gonna come too, so she can like go through all this stuff. Because to me, I'm like, just take it all. I don't care. But
I'm so excited.
Yeah,
Like a little yard sale.
I thought about that too, like little estate sale.
Yes.
Little pop up shop. That'd be cute. Maybe we'll do that because there's so much.
I'm gonna be looking. Be like, what's in here? Put it in a nice little pile.
A little garage sale.
Yes.
That's actually a good idea. Okay, yeah. Okay, we'll do that.
Word.
Yes, take whatever you want, honestly. That's why when people even come to the house, if they want something, I'm like, take it, take it. Like, I don't know how this stuff comes in. And I feel like I've been doing a good job not even buying things. However, people like Pop Mart, we love, but Pop Mart sends like 5,000 toys. I'm like, oh my God, we have all these toys. I did keep a lot of them. I have these little crying babies they sent me.
Oh, yeah, those are cute. Ariana started
cute.
collecting those, I think. She
think
posted on her Instagram story.
Really?
Yeah.
What are those, like little crybabies or something?
Yeah.
They're so cute. I'm going to put mine on my little crock bag. That little astronaut is a hit. Everyone loves our little pink astronaut in our house. So we love it, Pop Mart. But there's other companies that send PR Jimmy John's in our house, and I was like, "There's Jimmy John's hats and cups." That's a Moses PR thing. I was like, "What's all these Jimmy John's things?" But yeah, I get rid of stuff, and yet stuff keeps coming in, but that's okay. Just
Organize
it, that part, and everyone's excited to organize. But yeah, all right. Well, where do we go? Where were we talking about?
LABUBU organization.
Oh, that was your one life update. What's your second life update?
That was my big life update. I did make a I have like a spreadsheet of like treats, and the LABUBU sheet. The LABUBU slide is kind of big. There's one that has glasses that I feel like I need because I have glasses. So
wait, what do you mean treats? You made a slide of treats?
Yeah, because I don't like to buy like a lot of things at once, but I make like a list of like things I want to get at some point. So I have a slide that's like LABUBU, and
you want with glasses.
Yeah.
How come you don't speak up for the glasses community more often? I never hear you talk about that.
Do glasses community need representation?
Yes, the visually impaired.
The visually impaired need representation.
You never talk about it, but you love things with glasses on it. Like you just said,
I do, because I see myself in them.
Oh, so that's what I'm saying. How come you don't talk about it more?
I guess I'll have to speak out and use my platform for good, for the glasses.
I feel like I'd be talking about my glasses nonstop. When I feel them on my face, I'd be talking about my glasses.
I think because I literally just have them at least 18 hours a day, every day.
And does it bother you?
No, I love glasses. I don't like contacts. I don't like the idea of LASIK. I feel like my head is big too, so anything to distract, I'm like, work.
Same. I love glasses for that reason too, but they bother me after this part, they bother me, this part, and I have so many glasses and I need them too. I'm also like, I can't see. I'm also visually impaired. But they bother me after a while. They just like sweat, right here. They get a little sweaty. They mess up my makeup. I don't know, just having them on my face, like even smiling, talking, like they move when you eat. Like, I don't know. They're not comfy.
They do get smudged a lot, yeah. I hope, maybe if I speak out about my glasses more, I'll inspire you to wear yours.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You should talk about it more. I never see you rubbing them. Like, I love when people do that, when they, like, rub their glasses and clean them. I never see you do that.
It's so funny.
We make them not a part of your life, but it's fine. I don't know why you don't, though. It looks so good.
You're right. I will. I will definitely speak out about it more. I carry, like, a little chamois with me all the time.
Oh,
so,
you do?
yeah, it's
So
in my
you're
backpack, so
cleaning.
I just always clean them. Yeah.
Okay. I know love almost wear his, but same thing with him. You never wear them that often, but when you do them, I was like, wow, look at those glasses. You wore them on the music video set, though.
Yeah.
Oh, we can finally show that picture of you three with the glasses.
Oh, yeah, it worked.
Jimmy, did you see it? You saw the picture?
Yeah.
I sent it, and Jimmy's like, Oscar looks like he's posing like an Oscar. Did you see that?
Yeah,
With the Oscar
it was
statue?
so cute.
It was cute.
Like...
You look very small. They all look very similar for some reason. You all look so much like each other. I don't know what it was. The hair, the glasses, but you all looked very similar. It was very cute. I love it. Show all the behind the scenes, Jimmy. There's so many good ones. I'll send you guys the photos too in the Dropbox link. I saw Stitch was at the Santa Monica Pier too in his little pink car.
Damn, I didn't see him out there.
Holly sent it to me, and I was like, how do we not know where he's going to be? Like, I want to see this little guy. We're going to have a Stitch at our birthday party. We went back and forth. Moses was very much like, I don't know, they can be kind of scary. I was like, no, she loves those little animals. So there's a Stitch, and apparently there's a real life Lilo. We haven't seen what the Lilo looks like, but it's fine. Whatever the Lilo is fine.
As long as it's not a white person.
Well, I guess we should probably verify that it's like
Hawaiian.
accurate. Yeah. Okay.
Whatever it is, it's going to be dubious for sure.
That is not true. They're gonna be good.
A real life size Stitch is just not like the whole point is like he's a little cute
I did
thing.
see him. Yeah, he has a big one. He has a big
And
Stitch.
It's
But
cute. Well, they have like when Pokemon has like Pikachu go out. It's cute though because he is like the proportions make him look small because he has like a huge belly and then tiny little feet. So proportionally, he does look little, even though he's kind of big.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I think it's gonna be cute. I think you can have a Lilo and Stitch without a Lilo and Stitch party. You know what I mean? So I think it'll be cute. We are going back and forth with it. Surprisingly, Elvis's birthday is less than mine. That was so crazy. I don't know. Mine, because Elvis, we have so much. We have like Dole Whip, lei making, hula dancers. Like we have all these like people coming, but it's still
because the food at your birthday was literally like a wedding.
Yeah.
budget.
Like
I know Moses was like, how is this? It's fine. We'll be on the phone. I'm like, stop. It's fine. And I never have birthdays. This was my first birthday party in like 5 years.
That's your birthday. You work so hard, so it's not.
Thanks. That's how I felt. I was like, you know what? We did it. We're doing this tour this year. I'll probably go back to like having no friends in a year, but I see a lot of people now, and I like to see them, and they're fun, and it's a thing. Not that they're not always there. I'm the bad friend. I'm the one who like is like, I'm tired. I can't see anyone, but
I think everyone who you're around right now is also like that, which helps.
yes.
You know?
Oh no, it's the best.
Yes.
That's why they get it. We all get it, and then when we see each other, it's fun. It's free,
Yes,
and
exactly. We all are in the same boat.
Yeah.
But also, what they done, well, like pregnant and then 3 kids. But when she does have time, she usually schedule it to work.
Yeah. That's
and
true.
then she scheduled the people she loves to work with, and that's
That is
it's
true. I don't know.
like it's not like we're hanging out with people and not invite those people. You know what I mean? Like that's our hangout.
Yeah. And literally everyone there. But it's
And you
always
don't
like
work
that.
with somebody you don't love. Like there's nobody around that you don't like
Everyone there I,
really,
like,
really love and want to be around.
Even this, I always feel like this is like a fun time because then we're done.
Yeah.
I'm like, that was fun. And then I just go up. I'm like, okay. It's like work, but like not. It's so
It's
much
like
fun.
it is work, but also hanging out.
Yeah, it's like, it is. It's like,
Yes.
to me, it's very, I know I always say this, but it feels like the old Shane days where I'm just like, oh my God, we're just gossiping, but being cute and nice.
Yeah.
You're like politically correct, which I love, you know? You're not mean
Yeah.
and stuff, which I mean, we loved a mean era for sure, but I'm not in the mean era. I'm in the nice era.
Topsy dumb as hell.
Yeah.
That was your mean era. Happy 6 years to Bye Sister, everybody.
Oh my God. Time and place.
Bye Sister turned 6.
I think Tyler Oakley was like, should I watch this? I was like,
Yeah.
so random. Okay.
Been there, done that.
Yeah. I love that someone, who is it? Pop Craze? Someone tweets about it. I'm
Pop
like, that's
Babe
so
and
funny.
Pop Bass. Everyone was covering the 6-year anniversary of Bye Sister. Everything was historic, really.
Yeah.
The beginning of the end for the beauty
Yeah, she did
YouTubers.
kind of end it.
Yeah.
Where's she now? She kind of came back and then she kind of went away again.
I think she's still at it. She's still posting.
I never see her on live. I never
I
see
don't know if she's still doing
videos.
TikTok live as much anymore. She really was on it.
She did
She's
for
selling
like a minute.
LABUBUs next week. I would die.
She'd buy it from Tati.
Yeah.
Thank you so much to Morgan & Morgan for sponsoring today's episode. Here's a dirty little secret that the insurance industry may want you to keep under wraps. Insurance companies profit by holding on to your money for as long as possible. So after an accident, they might do whatever they can to delay or deny your claim. This way, they can keep those profits growing. Morgan & Morgan fights hard against these corporations to fight and make sure you get every dollar you deserve. When in court, the insurance companies want jurors to think the at-fault driver is the one paying the verdict amount. Meanwhile, it's really the insurance companies who are covering the cost. When Morgan & Morgan takes on a case, they're almost always going after the big insurance companies and not the individuals at fault. Morgan & Morgan fight hard for their clients, and these corporations, they know that. A recent client in Pennsylvania just received $29 million. Insurer's best offer was $500,000. Another recent client in Florida received $20 million. The last offer was $0. There's a reason why Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury firm. Hiring the wrong firm can be disastrous. Hiring the right firm could substantially increase your settlement. With Morgan & Morgan, it's easy to get started, and their fee is free unless they win. Just visit forthepeople.com/Trish or dial #law. That's #529. That's forthepeople.com/Trish or dial #/law, #529. This is a paid advertisement. Thank you so much to Morgan & Morgan for sponsoring today's episode. That was crazy. I know we're talking about James in a minute, but like, if you think about all the times, like, James is like, kind of been awful. Like, it's crazy how many times, and I'm not trying to be like that person to be like, oh my God, like, when will he finally be canceled, whatever, but it's just like, crazy. It's like every couple years.
If I had a nickel for every time James Charles made a response showing screenshots from a text message conversation, I'd probably have like 45 cents. Yeah.
Good people said that. They're like, everyone liked his apology because he's been apologizing his whole life. He's like, he has it down to a T. And it's like, I mean, it's like not funny, but like funny, you know? Because it's like, what the hell? You're just reminded of it. I'm like, damn, where did I hear this before? Where did I see this? I think I've seen this film before. That's what it plays in my head when I see this. I'm like, it's actually wild. I don't, I guess not for me to get, but I'm also like, what? You know? And it's always like a collective every couple of years. It's
Yes.
like, oh my God, this person was awful. This person was this. And then he's always like, I didn't know. Anyways, we can get more into it later. Or now. I don't even know what time it is. Oh, okay. Wow, we're cooking.
I know, we are cooking.
We're speeding along.
Yes. Shall we get into it now?
Yes,
Okay.
we can. Because I don't know.
think, yeah, because might as well. It's
Yeah.
already kind of the topic of conversation. But yeah, James Charles responded to the Evan Johnson relationship allegations a couple hours after Kayla announced that she won her case against Evan.
This was right after we filmed. Like,
Yes, literally right.
after
I
we
got
filmed.
home and then I saw it. Yeah.
Yes, because we saw that she had won and we like did the little update. I'm like, great. The James Charles thing was when we got home.
Yes, and it was a 10-minute TikTok, and I knew that 10 minutes is going to be fierce. But yeah, he posted it on May 7th. He said, I do not support Evan Johnson in any way, shape, or form, and let me make that effing clear. He said that he did have a brief friendship with Evan, but they never had a sexual relationship. He said, Evan Johnson and I did not in any way, shape, or form have a sexual relationship. We did not have sex while he was here, and I did not under any circumstances pay Evan Johnson for sexual favors. He went on to say, I don't support him. I don't support violence against women. And I sure as hell don't support the disgusting, deplorable, violent, heinous acts that he committed against Kayla Malec behind closed doors. And he said that Kayla has been unwilling to have a conversation with him. And he said that, frankly, I don't effing blame her because after I watched the laughable interview between Be Better and Zach Sellers, I wouldn't want to have a conversation with me either if I was being fed complete bullshit, lies, and misinformation from the person whose only source of information is the same man who lied to and abused me for 9 months straight.
Oh my God. That's like crazy that he like blames Be Better for Kayla not talking to him. Because it's like just the admission of him, the text he showed to be like, gotcha, whatever. It was like literally if you said to me, right, I break up with Moses, whatever, can I have him now? I think that's the first reason I'm not talking to you. Like, what do you mean? Second of all, he admits Evan was really depressed, so he came out to say, what do you mean? That is why. And there's probably so much more we don't know. So for him to be like, yeah, if she was fed lies, you're the one that was being awful. That was the most shocking thing to me is him trying to be like, look, I was this good person. Look at our text messages. I'm like, you're just showing how awful you were as a friend.
That's why I was confused about everyone like standing again because I'm like, okay, yes. I obviously with like Zach and like the Be Better interview and stuff, there's a whole lot of allegations there about like the relationship between James and Evan. Honestly, I don't even need that. Like, let's just go based off what like James presents. Okay, you present a screenshot of your conversation with your friend Kayla, who, yes, is she typing like a 20-year-old girl? Yes, like she's not on the stand like writing her testimony about like the serious stuff that she went through. She's obviously talking to it's a 20-year-old girl talking to her friend, so she is talking like casually about it in her tone, but she still uses the words like abuse, manipulation. She talks about how happy she is to be free of him.
Yeah.
So your first response being, can I have him now? And then you trying to tell us like, oh, it's just a joke. Like, I know that wasn't the best thing. No, that says a lot about your character. That's the first thing you think of. And then also it's a joke. It's supposed to just be a joke. But then the second Evan makes contact with you, you invite him to stay in your home. So how is that a joke if you are also inviting him over? It doesn't matter what you two did in your home. I'm not even saying that. I can believe you, James, about that. Like maybe you didn't have sex or anything, but the fact that you acted on, can I have him now, by inviting him into your home. And then also he was like, and I just wasn't that close with Kayla, like trying to explain. You weren't that close with Kayla. But you only know Evan because of Kayla. Because Evan is only known on TikTok because he was the plus one of Kayla.
Right.
So how are you not that close with Kayla, but you're close enough with Evan to invite him into your home to stay with you for a weekend? Huh?
I know. That to me, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, just what he admits is
yes,
like
just what we see. Yes.
And the way he presents it, that's the manipulative part. It's just like, and that's why people are like, oh my God, we get it now. We love. He wasn't that close. He doesn't support him. I'm like, too little, too late. Like you obviously did. You obviously, it's. And she was your friend. She was a friend at some point. It's like, how are you not believing her? How are you not seeing all this stuff? And your first reaction is to be like, yeah, come stay at my house after like all of that.
Yeah, and also it's like, the whole conversation between Kayla and James, like in that screenshot that James showed us, so the one that you admit to, it like that alone doesn't make you look good. And I feel like the internet has like a weird like, as long the last person to speak and the last person to speak authoritatively, like people just believe. I'm like, is anyone pausing to read the screenshot? Like, all because James can sit there and Jamesify his explanation of the screenshot, you can read it for yourself and see the words abuse, manipulation, and James saying, can I have him now? Like, it is still diabolical.
No, I'm sure if Kayla came out with like more text messages, more background, I'm sure there's more explanation. I'm sure there's a reason she's not acknowledging him, not talking to him. Like, I'm sure there's like way more stuff. Also, the fact that she's 20 and he's 26. I mean, it's also just like, okay, the balance of there. But it is, but you're very right on that. It's like very, not to like call it drama, but it's very bi-sister because it was flip-flopping. It was like everyone's on James' side and then Tati comes back and everyone's on Tati's side. And then it's just, because like you said, it's like the last person to speak. And if she doesn't speak, it's like, okay, well, that's it. Bottom line was James. He acknowledged it. That's it. But I am truly shocked because I'm not going to say like he deserves to be canceled forever. But like clearly pattern behavior, not a great person in these situations. And it's kind of crazy how people don't see that at least, or can just forgive so easily. I'm not the person to just like throw the hammer and just like that's the end all be all, but it is crazy how people just flip so quickly.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, he acknowledge it. I was like, but okay, also acknowledging something when you're not acknowledging it, when you're also not like, you know what, this was like, yeah, I shouldn't like have done. I don't know. It's very.
And Kayla, she was focusing on the real problem, which is Evan putting him behind bars because she's scared. You know, there's this person committed crimes, so she doesn't need to talk about James right now because that's not the issue. That's not at court. That's not we're going to put him behind bars. And she got out of court. She won. Let her be for a moment. Why are you posting the video immediately after that? Like
that's so true.
Like suddenly you're shifting all the conversation back to you again.
But for never saying anything. Like you should have said it earlier, and then now it's like that happened. Everyone's on like Kayla's side, obviously.
I get why he had to like obviously make a statement because it has, and I guess in a way make it about himself. He could have, I guess, waited a little bit longer, but I thought it was funny too. He was like, out of respect for Kayla, I promised her that I wouldn't say anything until she got justice. But I was like, you just decided to make that promise. You admitted herself you never talked to her.
Yeah.
Now, and like she showed me the screenshot of their conversation. She never responded. So he just took it upon himself to promise, but she never asked. You never needed to. Like you could have made a statement just denouncing Evan
so much earlier.
Yeah, I don't know why you had to wait for her to get justice. Like.
Probably to see the outcome.
I'm like, how, in what world would a James Charles statement denouncing Evan Johnson have been used by like the public defender in this court case to be like, oh no, like this is a loophole. There's no way just denouncing him and saying you support Kayla, you don't stand with Evan. That would have been what makes Evan slip through the cracks and get free.
Right.
Like, and realistically, well, in my limited judicial knowledge, there's nothing I've heard of where that happens.
No, and Kayla's been talking about it. Her sister's been talking about it. Like everyone's been talking about this nonstop. And I think that's the reason it got to court, you know, because like everyone's talking about it and like encouraging her. So it's like if she would have had support from James earlier on, I'm sure it would have been much better than now. He definitely waited till after to hear the outcome of it all. And
yeah, and also for the king of receipts, how do you have no receipts showing their friendship with Evan? Like, okay, you want us to all believe everything that, you know, you were just being a supportive friend or that he manipulated you and stuff. Well, you're all about a receipt, and where are the receipts documenting your exchanges with Evan? Or are they on vanish mode? I'm just asking the question.
Right.
Were they in vanish mode on Instagram, or do they exist? Like, that's really odd to me. Like, we're just supposed to just take your word for it that your relationship was just purely you were manipulated by him and just wanted to help him out. Which because
it's always the same story again. I was never following James like this, but the stuff that we have followed, like the Dramageddon, the dinners, everything like that, it's always like, oh, they manipulated me, they did this, and I'm like, but also we've seen him manipulate us, like just with these like text messages, and we're also like, what? Like, you're showing this.
At first I was watching it, I was like, damn, this is all messed up. But then I was like, then I started thinking about it, I'm like, wait, but the text message, like she said that he was abusive towards her.
I know.
And you still wanted to hang out with him.
Like, yes.
So
like, laughed it off.
Yeah, it just doesn't fly.
He's always
with me.
a victim of younger men. Those younger men, they always
get him every time.
And he's such a victim of them.
It's such a pattern, and it's like actually so annoying, and it's so like crazy. I guess he just has like young fans because it's just like over and over again, and it's like again, you just think. I think we talked about this before. You think it happens once or twice, and you would think like, okay, stay away from young guys, right? Especially like, I mean, 21, again, we always talk about this, 21, 26 is like big difference, but also like just stay away from them. Like you obviously have an issue, like you're not handling it as a 26-year-old should. And it's like you have an issue with these young guys, like someone can't control themselves, which I'm thinking James. It's like, if you really had to invite this person out, like there's so many men out there, there's so many boys, I guess. There's so many like young guys out there. Like, why invite this one out that your friend was like, he's awful, he's the worst? Like, there's so many. And it's like something he just can't control. I don't know what it is about James. Like, he like can't control himself around these young guys. And again, whatever it is, sexual friendship, whatever, it's like for somehow you're always the victim of it then. It's like, in what world? It makes me so upset, and it just keeps happening. And I'm like, I don't know, like you lose sympathy, because at first I'm like, okay, maybe, you know, these straight guys, whatever, like they egg him on, whatever. But then it's like we've seen the Snapchats he's had with, you know, very young guys, the way he is with them too. It's like, I mean, take no blame, take no accountability, and it's like at your 26 years old. It's crazy he's 26 because in my head I think of him as like 19 because he acts so juvenile. Like it's actually so crazy that he's 26. Like, get some help. Like, just get some help in this category. Like, cold turkey. Like, we talked about this before. It's like, you know, you get into these situations, like, don't get into them again. Like the Crystalias of it all. You know, it seems like they changed because it's like, okay, you got caught and you did something gross. Like, learn from that and stop doing it. Even if it's just like, I got caught, I shouldn't do that anymore. You think James would be that. Even though in your head it should be like, let me learn from this. Let me see where I'm wrong. At least, at the very least, in the public eye, don't you want to be like, maybe I shouldn't be messing with young guys anymore, especially ones that are related to like my friends and stuff. And like you said, the vanish mode, who was it? I mean, I don't know if Zach Sellers is like the most reliable source.
I know. I feel like every guy directly involved in this I'm like,
yeah. Someone's a little, But on that note, you know, he is very much like, I think he said like it was vanish mode, which when you said you were asking the question, it's like probably that, but also why are you on vanish mode? You know what I mean? I always think that's like so sus. I don't know. It's like asking people for their Snapchats and stuff. It's like, something sus with this.
Yeah.
And he's just like can't be a victim all the time.
Kind of funny because James also he showed like the DMs between him and Zach. He also calls Evan like dumb. He's like, oh, we know Evan can't talk for himself or whatever. Like he'll get himself into trouble. So he implies that Evan's really dumb. So James Charles was manipulated by just like a really dumb 20-year-old.
Right. And James is not dumb. So
no, he's really smart.
He's really smart. And mind you, like all our text messages are still there unless he deletes them or whatever. But the DMs he had sent me, you know, it's very convincing where he's like, you don't know all the facts, you don't know this. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like you're right. Like I'm sorry you went through that. Because there was a point in Dramageddon where I did feel sorry for him because I think Tati also kind of like whatever. And it like even on me, I'm like, oh, I don't care. Like I'm not his fan, whatever. Even then I'm like, yeah, you're right. Like this is kind of unfair. You're right. This was weird. You know what I mean? So he's very good at that.
It's also odd. It's crazy how he is, back in everyone's good graces for the most part, but whatever. I definitely just, again, not even from everything else, like this is from what James has said and shown in the 10-minute video. Just from that alone, I look at him like, so I don't know if I could ever like have that empathy that sometimes, because I also like the Dramageddon stuff. He was 19, so there was an element of like, oh, he's just a kid, but now like that's gone. He's the adult. When like Tati and Shane and Jeffrey, like they were the adults in that situation, so like you do feel bad for the kid, but now Kayla is the kid, you know? So
it really turned around. And I agree, the lack of empathy, because it's also the lack of accountability. Like we talk about this all the time. I hate when people tell stories and they did nothing wrong in the story. It's like, how can you be like, oh my god, I was a or something like that? You're blaming Evan. Oh, he manipulated me. You're blaming Kayla. I wasn't that close to her. You're blaming like everyone but yourself. It's like, it's just the worst, in my opinion, the worst apology, because it's like, how can you not be like,
because the only thing he did wrong was that he was too kind and he was too nice.
Right.
And he was trying to help somebody that seemed in trouble and he knew what he's going through because he went through that. Like he built it all as such a emotional.
Yeah, he still lied to Kayla when she called and asked, are you with them? Like, is that not
it's crazy?
Like everything he admits to doing sucks. Like that shows that he kind of sucks. He's just a person. Because who does that? That would be like, if I was thinking about it too, like how could I even like relate to it? It'd be like if Tana like and Makoa, something happened between them, they broke up, but then Makoa, who I only know of because of Tana, I took Makoa's side and was like, we're like, let me give you advice. Like, let me show you how to deal with this. But I have no allegiance to him because I only know him because of Tana.
Yeah, you can be like, well, I wasn't that close with Tana, but it's like, it doesn't matter. Like, that's how you know him. Like, it's so, exactly that. It's very odd. He's definitely not a victim. And I hate when people can play like a victim all the time. This is like the 4th or 5th time where he's been like this, where he was manipulated. He was like,
and the problem is though, like with the people who like go and make stuff up and dramatize though too, because then you give him something to work with. Like the random people making up TikTok lives, like, oh, James paid Evan's bail. Like, don't be stupid, people, because then that's
lose
why,
it.
because now James has an argument because people make up so much stuff and like dramatize it. You don't need to because the story in and of itself is bad enough.
It is very
Focus
true.
on the stuff that is proven, especially now that James has admitted to stuff. Like that stuff in and of itself is bad. But then also the problem is it doesn't sound as bad because when it's like, oh, well, there is no sex tape. Oh, he didn't pay him for it. Now it sounds like less bad.
Yeah, like, oh, well, that's better if they didn't have sex.
but
now
this is still bad, people. This is still bad. Everything he admitted to was sucks.
Yeah, it's very, you're right.
That's why. So it's not worth it. It's not worth the random moment of clout. And then James is going to try to sue you too because you're making stuff up about him paying paying bail and sex tapes and stuff, and that doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't affect the narrative at all. It just gives him something to work with to silence people. So
I know, I don't.
And wasn't the original apology was like, I'm just desperate. I want friends. I want.
Yeah, the desperate only cuts it a couple times. It's like, I was desperate. It's like, isn't it crazy you can classify like James Charles' apology? That was 2019. 2021 was this. It was like, you just like know based on the year what the apologies were. You like knew it right away. And that was 2019, James.
The 6th anniversary,
Yeah, that's.
I think both Black Hoodie, dare I say, right?
Yeah, Black Hoodie.
That's his go-to.
And usually there's one TikTok when he just cries to the camera, then he deletes that, and then he puts the TikTok, the long one.
No
where he's
makeup,
composed.
then makeup, yeah. It sucks. James could inspire so many people. There's so many people following him, and he could, like, just, I don't know. I think it's like a sickness maybe with these young guys. Like, it's like an addiction or something. I don't know what it is. Thank you so much to Brooklyn Bedding for sponsoring this episode of Just Trish. Oh my gosh. Brooklyn Bedding mattresses, game changer. It came in such a convenient little roll. I was super excited. I remember Moses carrying it up the driveway. He's like, what did you get? And I was like, we have to try these mattresses. Finding the right mattress is so important. I've learned this, okay? Take it from a 37-year-old. Yes, I'm 37 now. It just was my birthday. I have suffered for so long. I always thought I needed like soft, cushy mattress. I am a millennial who grew up with like a waterbed. What? That's probably why my back hurts constantly just even sitting here. I love the Brooklyn Bedding mattress. Not only is it affordable, more affordable than those other like crazy expensive ones we had, but you can find the right comfort level. Okay, sometimes I was getting the soft and that was hurting my back. But then firm, I was like, I can't sleep. We got the right mix with Brooklyn Bedding. It is so nice. We got a firm one, but it's not too firm. And I love it so much. I feel like my back, obviously being pregnant, I've been able to turn more and just not have to like sink into the bed. I don't know what it is, but it's really the best mattress I've used in so long, and I am loving it so much. I'm so happy we got to try it out because I was like, we need to find the perfect mattress, and we have been on a hunt for it. We've had the most expensive luxury mattresses from hotels, and I was like, this isn't working, and we've had to get rid of it. And we found a good one with Brooklyn Bedding. I'm just really excited about the comfort and the quality and the affordability. It's really, really wonderful. So I'm very excited that they sponsored us, very excited that they were able to send us one as part of the sponsorship. I was like, absolutely, let me try this out. And it's really, really good. Brooklyn Bedding has been around for over 25 years, known for top-of-the-line comfort and quality without the luxury price tag. They're designed custom, made by the best master craftsmen in the industry. Free shipping in the U.S. from their factory in Arizona. We love that. And you can upgrade to a cloud pillow top. The Glacio-Tex cooling technology leaves you cool and comfortable all night long. Okay, we have to try this one now because that's the other thing is I like to be nice and cool. Obviously, we have our windows open, but summer is coming. The cooler, the better. So I am all about this cooling technology. It brings you the next level of comfort matched only by actual floating on a cloud. Who doesn't want to float on a cloud? It's free of fiberglass, which can be harmful to your health. Unlike other mattress brands, they ensure their entire facility is free of fiberglass. Okay, quality check. I think we need to do that more with influencer brands. Sleep on your Brooklyn Bedding mattress for up to 120 nights. And if you don't love it as much as I do, they'll help you return it or pick a different one out. Love a guarantee. So go to brooklynbedding.com and use my promo code TRISH at checkout to get 30% off site-wide. This offer is not available anywhere else. You have to use my promo code on the very last page of checkout to get this discount. That's brooklynbedding.com and use my promo code TRISH, TRISH, for 30% off site-wide. brooklynbedding.com, promo code TRISH. Thank you, Brooklyn Bedding. We love you, and thank you for sponsoring today's episode.
Because I would love to root for like what the most popular influencer right now being like a queer creator, you know, like a queer femme presenting man. Like that's awesome. Like of course I would want that. Like my heart wants to be like, yes, you go, you know, but then the stuff comes up and I'm like, why does he have to be so dastardly? Like, it's rough.
That part. It is, it is very sad. And there are people who like look up to him and he can do so many like things, but I don't know. I don't know what the answer is.
I don't know either. I've kind of given up because damn, everyone loves him again. He has such a huge platform, but I'm like
James specifically. Look, I'm all for like if 20s and 20s. Okay, fine, I get it. Whatever. I think James has a problem with dating these young boys, and I don't think he knows how to handle these situations. I don't know. Is Evan straight?
As far as we knew,
So it's like a pattern of these like younger straight guys, and then he always ends up being a victim because they manipulate. And it's like, well, let's get on Grindr. Yeah. You know what I mean? Let's get on something that like not your friend's boyfriend. I don't know. It's very. I don't know. It's so sad. The whole thing's so sad. Because I was trying to give James the benefit. When we were watching the drama again, and there was parts where I felt bad for him because there was parts Tati like made up, and I was like, okay, that's like annoying.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and you can give grace to a young person, but then if they continue a certain pattern, then that goes away. It just goes away.
and it's also like, okay, next time don't do it. But it's like, well, this was the next time. Like, how do we just keep saying it?
Well, there's a pattern of young people coming to fame and money and then getting stunted and never
Yeah.
like he might never change.
Oh, James at 40.
Stop.
That's scary.
That's scary. I don't even want to think
Yeah.
about that.
Oh my God.
It's just gonna be exactly the same. He's gonna talk the same, do everything the same.
All right. Well, I'm glad Kayla got justice. She seemed relieved, felt safe.
Yeah, and she's still going. She's still going to be pressing charges in California too. So
Wow.
Yeah. So
Yeah, she said the courthouse was like in the town where he lived, so she's like driving past everything.
Mm-hmm.
And she flew to Tennessee for it. I mean, that's
yeah, I'm glad she's seeing it all the way through. Because also, just with like abusive men, like so often they get away with it, and I feel like this is a reminder that, you know, you can pay the consequences. It's all because a lot of people do get away, and like a lot of victims don't get justice. Like, I love that she is seeing it all the way through and
Yeah.
like showing people, no, like, I will make sure he faces the consequences of his actions. Because as we see, too many people don't.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's very true. Well, hopefully that's the last James Charles.
I know. I'm hoping I don't got to cover James Charles for quite some time. Fingers crossed.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, I know.
And
It's
it's
pretty
been
laid low.
nice.
Yeah. You kind of forget,
I
too.
know.
You know, it's been like a year of like low key.
But that's what I don't understand is like people do forget. So why don't you, James, just use that to like keep going with just letting people forget? Why do we have to? Now we're thinking 2019. Now we're thinking 2021. Now we're thinking all these things again, and we're like,
Wait a minute.
damn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There was
'cause
a lot of
you do
situations.
forget,
Yeah.
and then you're kind of like, but this also sounds yeah. I think we're on the not supporting James Charles. Here for growth if it could happen, but I think that needs to be, as I say in every show, seek help because, you know, it goes a long ways. I think you're old enough now that you're able to seek help for this addiction that you have with these straight boys.
And be able to see the red flags. Like, obviously, I do believe a lot of these young boys are lying, but also it's like you're supposed to be the adult and be able to clock that because teens and early 20s, they're not good liars. So.
Right, especially at this point. We see the pattern. You should see the pattern too. Like, what?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, another influencer drama. You're not friend. Have you ever collaborated with Stephanie Soo? No.
No, but I love her. But also, I think I did. I remember when she came for Nikado, I involved myself in that drama too. I also was like, Stephanie Soo, you are the scary one.
Really?
I think so. But I love her. I love Rotten Mango.
I was gonna say your friend, but I guess
I bought her merch. I had her bitch merch
Oh,
back in the
word.
day.
Okay.
I was a fan. I do like Stephanie Soo.
well, she's been in a little bit of controversy
What?
lately too. Yes. So
Oh yes.
yes.
Oh yes.
Because Stephanie Soo is going to be in, or has also been in the courtroom covering the Sean Combs, aka Diddy, trial, the sex trafficking and racketeering trial. She's inside the courtroom. It's a very select amount of press, so it is a big deal that she got a credential and is allowed in the room because
Yeah.
it's not live streamed like other cases. There's no like photography, no videos inside the courtroom. So really the main source of information that like the general public gets about this case is going to come from the press. And there's not very many. It's only like a couple, I think like she said 3 rows. So I think it's like maybe like 1 or 2 dozen. So very limited. And it was a big deal that she got this access because she is like an influencer. Sirius XM, they did like a whole press release to announce that she was going to be in the courtroom covering too. So they're so they're doing a big push to show that Rotten Mango and Stephanie, they're going to be representing. Yeah.
She's pretty massive. I mean,
She is.
I know Stephanie Soo from doing mukbangs, and then she did the true crime with the mukbangs. Now her main thing is the Rotten Mango, which I am addicted to, and I hate true crime, but I love her voice.
Yeah, she is in she's one of the top 10 podcasts in the US according
Wow.
to Edison Research. Yeah. So that's a big deal, especially when you
Wow.
think about just how many podcasts are in there. So to be literally in the top 10.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So
Yeah, it's
that
a
makes
huge
sense
accomplishment.
why
Yeah.
she's in the courtroom.
Yeah, because I think even that in and of itself, like that announcement already had some skepticism because like obviously it's going to be a lot of traditional journalists in there than Stephanie Soo. So that in and of itself, but her platform is so big, so it does make sense.
Does she have a journalism background?
Just through, not technically. From what I've read, it's like through just like her content, like she
like education for it. Not that it matters. I'm not.
No, I don't think so. Or like real journalistic experience.
Isn't that crazy? You're like in the courtroom for one of these big trials. It's like so secluded. So, and you don't have any background other than you like it. You like a little true crime. You do a little research on it. I mean, she is very great and she's very good at researching. But that's so wild.
Yeah, it is. I think it speaks to the media ecosystem right now too, because look at like Alex Cooper, but she's interviewing Kamala Harris, so
my God, you're so
it
right,
is kind of the landscape where like podcasts and like this generation of like influencers who ended up with like huge shows, they are like the new journalists in a way, for better or worse,
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't mind it. I don't hate it. I kind of love that social media is like getting up in there and stuff. So.
Yeah, and even like a Theo Vaughn with like Trump, like, these people do get huge access to like the biggest world leaders and celebrities of our time. So it kind of makes sense with how everything else is going. But she posted a TikTok while jury selection was going on outside the courtroom.
I saw this one, yeah.
And the way she described her experience with Diddy made people upset because she said the way he looks, when koalas, when they get fuzzy and it's really humid and they have very fuzzy grayish whitish hair, is kind of reminiscent to that.
What? Oh, I didn't see that one. I where she was like dancing.
Oh, that was the second one. Yes. This was the first one where she's just talking about it. And she said the way he looks at every single person in the courtroom is the most intense thing ever. I feel like he's challenging people to break eye contact first. I almost peed myself. So the way that she's talking about it, So the way that she's
journalist in our social media representation for love that. Okay,
so just the way that she's already like describing her experience with Diddy.
And it doesn't sound like her because I listen to her podcast and she is so like professional with the way she handles these situations. So it's weird. Why did I say that? I don't know why. I don't know. Sometimes the F word just comes out, but it is weird. Like, how come she's just like?
Yeah, it's like. People were coming for her because they were like, criticizing her for being almost like too giddy and too excited when it is like a real case with like dozens and dozens and dozens of real life victims.
Yes.
And then the TikTok you saw was another one where she was eating an Uncrustable, twirling outside the courtroom, like to like a little instrumental soundtrack. And the caption was, just a girl eating her mushy PB&J outside of the federal courthouse after spending 8 hours in the same room as Diddy, taking 79 pages of notes because cameras aren't allowed in the courtroom. And I know you need to know what's happening.
Just a girl.
It's just a girl. I was like, oh my goodness.
That one was crazy. That one I was like, is this real? I had to like look it up. I was like, is this real? That one was wild.
The twirling her skirt. I was like, oh my goodness.
And that one was a little. Again, I feel like it's like not her brand. It used to be like the cutesiness, but I feel like she's just not that anymore. So it's just like such a weird thing for, like you said, like a literal true crime trial happening in real life where not only, there's like, and it's intense. Like, again, I think we forget because it's like the videos and stuff like that like have come out and you kind of forget. And like seeing all this stuff, it seems like a spectacle. But I'm like, damn, this one was pretty intense too. Like those videos of him in the hotel room with
Cassie.
It's very like sickening, and it's like, it is kind of wild. It's, I don't know, just the lightness of it all.
Yeah, I think also
time and place.
Time and place is a big one too, because I think too, like I haven't got into Stephanie's stuff that much. I had a very small true crime like era where I was like very fascinated by it, but I kind of phased out of it. But like even reading about her like transition from like mukbangs to like mukbang / true crime, like she did get a lot of criticism for that era, and then that's why she like pivoted towards like Rotten Mango, where it was like more like focused on like the victims and taking it more seriously, because I think that's also good. Like she was open to that feedback, and then she pivoted. Like she didn't want it to be like unserious, like her eating and then also telling these stories, so she tried to take it more seriously. So I do think she's very open to feedback, which I think is good. So
less twirling.
Yeah, and also maybe she is just excited because it is obviously a big opportunity because the media access is so limited, but also you have to remember that this is a big opportunity and the whole world is watching. Because when things also like leave like the Just Trish bubble, like, and they get like clipped and other people are analyzing without like knowing
The
who you are.
context.
Yes.
Because I'd be like, who's this girl?
Yeah.
You know, because she is so cutesy and stuff. And so you
Yes.
kind of have to like fight against that too. It's like, no, you like deserve to be there, but like show why. Because if you're the only social media person allowed in there, like that's such a big deal. Like you talking to the camera saying what you saw, like is so like important, and it'll probably get the most eyes because you are a social media influencer. So it's like, yeah, I think at that point you pivot, which is why I would never want that job. Oh my God. Don't put
Can
me
you
in the
imagine?
Diddy. Oh, me coming back to report. I think I could be wrong. I don't remember. Like, just it would be so bad. But she's a lot smarter than me, and she's a little more articulate than me. So it's like, girl, I'll just keep that because I think people would be so excited. And the fact that you already look cutesy. You don't have to like act cutesy with a little mushy peanut butter sandwich, you know, which we love the Uncrustables in this house. But I was just like, because she has like, it's such a big deal, and so.
Yeah.
The TikToks, I just saw them everywhere, and I was like, this is crazy. And so when I saw it, I was like, is she really in there? Yes, she is.
She really is.
Well, I still don't really get the koala. Like cutesy, he's like cutesy, or it's like he just had gray hair.
Fuzzy and gray. Like because the last
I think it's just
photo of him.
her attempt of being poetic. You know, like she's trying to push further the way she describes what's happening in the courtroom. And
Okay, got it.
Because the last photo of him, of Diddy, he like his hair like is long and gray, and also he has like gray beard and
because
everything.
he can't dye his hair, so suddenly it's like a fast transformation. I suddenly realize how old he actually is.
Got it.
But
Yeah.
I
Koalas are
think,
kind of cute. So that's why I was like, is he like looking
koala's
like doe-eyed?
a poor choice of
but
word.
other people in the courtroom also describe some of the things she said of like how much eye contact he makes with people in the room and how outgoing he is towards. They're like he's still a performer. He still try to talk to people in the room and ask them how they're doing and all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that part is real. But I think she's, you know, when people hire her to do this, they want a certain thing. It's like when they wanted you to do Broadway, but they wanted you to mukbang on stage. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so there's that weirdness of like, they got her for a reason. And part of the reason is that like, she's supposed to communicate to a younger audience in a younger type of way.
I had to fight really hard to not eat sandwiches on stage in my Broadway show. They wanted me in the middle of the show to like eat, well, I won't say what brand, but it was like a brand deal. And it's like, I love a brand deal, but I'm also like, but this is my Broadway debut. Do I really want to just stop midway and all of a sudden we're eating sandwiches as part of a brand deal? I don't know. I get it. Because, yeah, they were like, but that's what you do. And I was like, but I don't want to, during my Broadway show, eat. Like, I'm more than just eating.
So they take a mukbanger into a, you know, into a courtroom on one of the biggest cases there is. So it's like,
so they're
obviously
expecting her to make TikToks.
there'll be something that's kind of
there's
weird
always a little
combination.
miss between like I don't know who even hires her for this thing. What is it? Who chooses them? The state? The state of California, but like thinking.
Well, it's in New York, but
No, but
That's even crazier.
which network it was? You said something.
Sirius XM.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay,
Sirius XM is the one behind
Yes,
all
it's
this.
always like it's so funny. Dealing with brands is very much like that. They think it's very like one way. Even my little love sack, which they love, but the little love sack chair, which I love that chair. That's still my favorite chair. I made Moses drag that all the way up. I'm like, we're keeping this chair. They're really funny. They're like, then she takes a handful of chips and crunches really loud into the microphone. I'm like, I love that that's like the brand
yeah,
they think.
they
They're
mixed
like,
it everything. It was like they wanted ASMR, they wanted a mukbang.
slurp. They're like, make sure she has some chips. I'm like, I gotta go upstairs get the chips. I thought we were just saying a cutesy little kick out thing, but yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, maybe they're like, do a viral TikTok. I don't hate it necessarily. I think it's kind of cutesy too. I like it. I mean, it's funny, but also, I don't know. I don't hate it. It is weird, but I would do something like that for sure. I'm definitely going to be doing something inappropriate. Look at me with Pope Francis, just still talking about my baby. You know what I mean? But I'm also not Stephanie Soo. I'm not talking about true crime, but I love her. In my mind, she can't do any wrong, even though I did come for her when she came for Nikocado, which I don't know why. Nicocado's coming to California in June, so he said anyone want to collab. So I sent him another podcast. I guess he's looking for OF collabs and just collabs in general. He's doing another surgery, so we'll see. But I went hard for Nikocado during the Stephanie Soo thing. It was a big fallout. It was a big deal, too. The Zach Choi, that was drama, but it kind of got looked past. I think it was 2019. It was that year.
Oh, that
By
explains
Sister,
why. Yeah.
My Downward Spiral. I had a party where Zach Choi and Nikocado were there, but then they had a falling out. It was very crazy.
Oh.
Zach Choi took Stephanie Soo's side. It was very, he was very, if it was a trial against Nikocado, he was against Nikocado in it. It was very interesting, but all right, Stephanie Soo, I like that she's out there doing big things.
I know.
Alex Cooper, yeah, we mentioned her, and she's like has a documentary coming. I was like, damn, they're all just...
Yeah, I think people discrediting Stephanie have to realize, like, okay, having that many listeners and that many eyes on you, like a lot of traditional media outlets don't even have that, you know?
Yeah.
So it makes sense why. I do think she deserves that access. And I think like I said, I feel like she's very receptive towards criticism. I don't think she wants to piss anyone off or like insult anyone, especially like victims. True crime coverage is always going to be hard because there's always going to be that debate about like the ethics of covering it and talking about it and stuff like that. So
that's why I always think like they should like, I guess it's not like business, but I feel like they should be donating to like the families, like giving the money to the families or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because that's always going to be a thing too. Like if you're talking about like, you know, of victims and stuff, and then all of a sudden you have a brand deal for like you eating chips with love sack. You know what I mean? Like
it feels a little but...
Yeah. So the ethics of true crime media, especially like with TikTok and YouTube and stuff, it's always going to be weird. I think there's no.
Would you rather work in true crime media or queer media?
Queer media.
I love that term. Did she coin it, that queen, or was that always a thing? I never heard it.
Love her. I do love her. I feel like it's probably always been a thing. I mean,
I never heard it.
There's queer outlets, you know, like The Advocate and stuff. So
okay.
Pink News. Shout out Pink News.
Pink News. What is that one? I like
They're
that
an
one.
LGBT outlet.
Ooh,
yeah.
Okay, love Pink News. I love that. She's like, I work in queer media. Because then Cynthia Erivo was like, do I work in queer media? I was like, do we? Are we in queer media?
We are in queer media, technically, yeah.
I like that term, but it makes sense now. It's like, oh yeah, they also work in queer media.
Yeah, I mean, just Trish right at the beginning wasn't it on Grindr?
Yeah, we were in the Grindr. Yeah.
In 2023.
2024 we slipped, but I feel like we're back on the come up. You're doing a lot of work this year, I think. So.
I'm fighting for that Grindr #1 spot.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to ever beat Trixie and Katya because they are, even at my own shows, people are just like, we're Trixie and Katya. I was like, oh, okay, which we love, but also like, yeah. By the way, I should just say I picked the queens that I did. Well, I reached out to them because I knew they were fans. I feel, or like liked me at least. I would never reach out to like a Susie too because I love her, or like Anya Nerve, obviously they're queens. But like, there's no indication that they would know who I was or like liked me. But each one of these queens has said something about me. Corey King did Kisses for My Fishies. Jewel Sparkles gave me a shout out in the Las Leches song. Obviously, Acacia did me for Snatching Game, and Joelle recently tweeted me. So if I knew they were people who kind of liked me, that's because I felt like, you guys know my fear of rejection.
Especially people you love, so.
Oh, if Susie Toot were to reject me,
I know, me too.
I would have been
scared.
Oh my god, I'm too scared. Even last minute, I asked Corey if Lydia wanted to come, but she's doing All Stars. But I don't think Corey saw the message because she's like, I don't ever check my ex messages or whatever. But even then, I was like, ooh, I'm too scared to ask. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's very So anyways, I don't know. I thought I should clarify that because I would love every single queen to be in my video, but I'm terrified of asking anyone. But when I see a queen follow me, or I think Cremona Lisa had also put that she like impersonated me. So if I see them like me in some capacity, then I do. Otherwise, I would just assume they're probably like, ugh, who's this? Who's this wannabe? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You do have traumatic drag queen relationships.
Yeah. And they'll read me. They'll come for me, rightfully so. I do not want to get read. But yes, I love all of them, but I would be, yeah, I'm always scared to ask. So just noted on that. Which queen did we just talk about that? It made me think that. Oh, Trixie.
Oh, yes.
Well, I didn't ask Trixie because I've been DMing her like 20,000 times. So no response. I would love a Trixie and Katya, but they're superior.
They're busy too. They always got some. Trixie, I think, is on tour again too. So
yeah, they're like, weirdly, we were like in the same cities and stuff like that, like kind of following each other for a minute.
Okay. If you can't get Trixie, actually no, you can't even get Trish sold out. So these next ones,
Oh,
right?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty much sold out for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So we can't get either.
Yeah.
Both are sold out queens.
Yeah, we kind of are actually. Sorry about it. Maybe come to World Pride. I don't know how that works. They just anyone buy a ticket. I don't know.
I think so, yeah. It'll be like the Lady Gaga performance in Brazil where it's just like 3 million people in the whole town.
That's how I'm feeling. It's going to just...
the drone shots would be crazy.
Would love that. I know. What just happened? Was it Wango Tango this week or something happened?
Wango Tango.
Meghan Trainor, which...
Yes, that
like,
gagged me.
But like, okay, so that's what I'm not scared of. It's fine if no one shows up to my set, but they showed it.
Oh, was it? I think. Wait, you say. I thought you were talking about something else. The Meghan Trainor. How she changed all about that bass lyrics. She made it the skinny version.
Oh, really?
Yes. She
Because
said
that's something else about her.
Oh,
go ahead.
wow. So much
my
Meghan
God.
Trainor news. Oh, my God.
Oh my God, the big end.
The big end.
Because it goes, yeah, it's pretty clear. I ain't no size 2, but I can shake it. Like now it goes, yeah, it's pretty clear. I got some new boobs and I can shake them.
Okay, skinny queen said I'm a size 2 now.
She's like, F y'all, I'm gone. She's not all about. I'm surprised she even did that song. She had to like skinnyfy it.
Oh, if I'm skinny, I'm no longer doing fat chicks. That's crazy. That's just mocking at that point. That's just rubbing it in your face. Be like, okay, where's my fat chicks at? Just kidding. I'm on Ozempic. It's not me anymore.
She is so snatched in this too. She's
So
like
snatched.
the choopy. She is like, oh my god,
New
she
boobs
looks
in a
so,
bikini. Like,
she looks
just.
so good, and it's like all about that bass. I'm like, oh my god.
Where's the bass? We want to see that bass. The bass in the room. Yeah, that. Oh, I didn't know she changed the lyrics.
Yeah, she made it the skinny version. Maybe she'll release like Taylor, all about that bass skinny version.
She needs to. Yeah, she needs to come out with the skinny bop for sure. I always thought about that. In fact, I think I did come out with a skinny bop. There was a song I wrote called like Revenge Body or something, and it was like really when I thought I was gonna be skinny. So I wrote the song before I got skinny. I was like, watch, I'm gonna lose like 100 pounds. And I'm gonna do this video. It's like body on 10. I think we played it before. That's my revenge. And it's just like talking about like how fit and snatched I am. And obviously I never got fit and snatched, but I was like, this is gonna be the comeback song, the whatever. She needs to do that. That's wild. No, I was talking about, and it's like, again, not a bad thing, but like there was an angle where it looked like nobody was there, but it's like, then someone said everyone was in the pit, like they pushed everyone to the front, whatever. So it could have been like 30,000 people and it just didn't look like it, but it looked like nobody was there. So everyone's like, what happened? Like whatever. So I was thinking about that with festivals. They're like, oh, 40,000 people are going to be there. But I'm like, what if they're not there for my set? You know, what if it's like this huge stage? And festival grounds are huge. If they're expecting 40,000 for J-Lo, but I go on at 5 p.m. and there's only like 100, which is like great, we love it. It's gonna look like that, and then everyone on the internet will be like, "Oh my god, 10 people showed up," which, by the way, would love. It'd be everything, but it was. I thought about me then performing at a festival. I was like, "Oh, this could also be me." Also, people thought it looked like Tana performing Meghan Trainor's.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I saw
So many
that.
places. I was so late. I thought Tana Mojo was doing covers of Meghan Trainor songs, but it was just Meghan Trainor singing her own songs.
She didn't like Tana. She was giving Tana.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
She looks, because it kind of like what she wore in Vegas with you.
Oh yeah, she looks great. I mean, she does look good. It's wow. It's so crazy how she talked about doing Manjaro. Is that what she did? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty open about it. Damn, the skinny era is upon us. It's not going anywhere. Everyone's just being so skinny. Not me. Think about what I need to eat after this because we didn't eat breakfast. I didn't get to go to the grocery store yesterday. That's how busy I've been. I was like, oh my god, I need something. I had a lemon bread from Starbucks and a frappuccino and an orange. I guess I did have a little bit this morning. I did have a little bit. I look up in Meghan Trainor news. The big one for me was, but I don't know if anyone cares about Ace Family on our channel. I kind of care. Did you see Catherine wrote a book?
Oh, was that new? I saw that she wrote a book. Okay.
It's coming out in July.
Oh.
Pages have apparently leaked, and she has revealed that Austin cheated on her.
What?
Wait, did you? I didn't know.
That
Did you
is
know?
brand new information.
Wait, but that's crazy to confirm it. I was a little sus. I was like, okay, maybe they were broken up. Maybe they were separated, whatever. And then he was like trying to see those girls in Malibu, whatever the hell he was doing, sending them Ubers. So that's what I was thinking. I'm like, okay, separation, they're not together anymore. But this was like at the peak, at the height. When they did that basketball game at Staples Center, you know, where they're like in the middle of the thing.
Oh, yeah.
He like invited another girl there because she was like, it was weird. We were a family. People knew us as a duo. And I was like, oh, should we walk out together? And he's like, I don't know, like do whatever if you want to or something like that. But he wanted the moment by himself. The girl that he was like supposedly cheating with, or allegedly, like was there. And Catherine's like, I kind of clocked it. I was kind of like, I saw this girl. And I was kind of like, why is she so close? Why is she so here? Whatever. But he invited the girl he was cheating to the freaking basketball game. Like, that's crazy. It's one thing to like cheat. Okay, awful. You're a pig. But at your charity basketball game where your family is at and your wife that you like built this thing. And it's not like he's famous. Oh, this is my pet peeve with men. When they think they're famous because of them, but it's like you're famous because you're family.
The ensemble, yeah.
Yes. No one wants to see the Austin McBroom show, clearly. Like, where is he at now? Is the podcast still happening? We don't know. Like, maybe you got a little bit of money from Snapchat for your clownery antics, but that's because you made yourself look like a fool, which will live on forever and it'll embarrass your kids. Like, it's like, is it worth the dollar at that stage? Like, no. I think when you have kids, it's not. Look, I was a clown for so long, too. I get it. But, like, when you have kids, you don't, like, want to embarrass them. But it's like, whatever. That aside, you think everyone there at the Staples Center for you. Like, you're not going to have Catherine walk out with you. Like, that's the whole reason they like you, your kids, all of that. It's, like, so wild to me, like, how they get these egos. And so many guys get this way. I think it was Shay Carl. I know that I'm, like, dating myself for so long. There was a guy named Shay Carl whose, like, the whole thing was, like, I'm a family vlogger for Mormon. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
He was a Mormon from Utah.
The
oh,
Shay
my God.
Tards?
Shay, which, what?
Crazy name.
And they called their kids, like, Princess Tard and, like, all this stuff. Yes.
I didn't remember the kids' names.
Oh, Sun Tard. Like, they were all, like, tards.
What?
And it was what you would think, too. It's obviously, like, the derogatory word you can't use anymore. But it's, like, That was their whole thing. And they would call their kids these. They would film their vlogs, everything, film their birth. But he thought he was the star. He went out and started talking to like a webcam model. And I was just like,
I remember that.
what is with these guys? Like, you build your fame off of your being a lovely, like Ned too. That just came out with the Try Guys talking about Ned, who's like, I guess no longer with his wife, I guess, allegedly. Did you see that news?
No.
That was something. It's like, you're known, and Ned too was like the wife guy. Like, oh my God, the wife. Like, if that is your whole thing, like how the audacity that you would think like going out and talking to another woman would they want you, people, no, nobody wants you. Austin McBroom didn't write a book. Would anyone care? Could you imagine his side, my side? It's like no one cares about Austin McBroom. I didn't really care. I didn't know much about Catherine. I wouldn't say I wouldn't care about her, but now I care about her because I was like, what the hell? Like, that's crazy. And she was better than me. She was pregnant. She was pregnant when he was like cheating on her and all this stuff was happening, and she had to like act like this was all, you know, they were happy and it was all this thing. But I hate men. Holly Madison just recently exposed this weekend her ex Zach from the Ghost Hunter show, who just she like yesterday in real time I was watching it. She goes, 3 girls have come forward with proof. 4, 5. The number's up to 7 this morning. What? I'm like, the audacity of these men, these ugly men who literally have nothing going for them except for their spouse, except for their significant other. Holly and him were so public. She's so beautiful, so independent, has her 3rd season of a TV show out currently right now. Like, all of this stuff. I'm like, how do these men find the time? How do they? But you know, my theory is this. It's like the ugly ones, right? They get the fame, the money. It's like the Shay Carl, Austin McBroom, like Zach from Ghost Hunters. It's like they get these fame and then they get the girls throwing themselves at them because like, whatever, they're young girls. They want some of the fame. They want to feel like whatever. I get it, whatever. I don't blame the girls. But it's like, they cheat on these beautiful women because I feel like then they're like, so they think these girls want them because they're like this hot commodity. It's like, no, they're just trying to get the clout from you. Like they don't want you. You're ugly. You're disgusting. Like I don't get these men. Like they're so dumb. Austin was so lucky. When you look at Catherine, you're just like, damn, that girl was like so beautiful. And you look at Austin and he just looks like a clown. You know what I mean? Like he just looks like a clown. Zach too. Zach old, hunting ghosts at 50 years old. And you're cheating on Holly Madison? What? With multiple, she's calling him out. She showed Costco. She goes, when he cheats in bulk. You know what I mean? And it's just like, these men, I hate cheaters so much. Especially with these public relationships and stuff. Like, get a divorce, separate, be honest. Catherine was like blindsided. She was just like, I had no idea. Like, I know to us, it's like, oh, wow, yeah, that was obvious. But it's like, she probably was like, what the hell? Like, at the height of your fame, you're making millions of dollars off being a family, and you're really going to cheat? Stupid. Those are people that, those downfalls, you're like, good, honestly.
Yeah.
Be better, do the downfall of that. Huh? We want that. That's what we need. I want to see the downfall of all of it. Yes, go ahead.
No, say, but and having children and to do that, like I can't imagine Catherine. Like you have kids, you're pregnant, you have a family, you have a life, and you become successful. And they probably worked hard to get to that point, and then she's like, suddenly you're left alone with like, that's just to me. It's like you have kids. I don't know what. Doesn't matter what your obsession or addiction is. You need to get rid of it because like, I don't know. Like the children is right there. To rather have some stranger woman than hanging out with your kids. Like that's time you could spend with your kids. That's something that never compute. You're
very right. And on that note, Joe Goldberg, because he didn't care about his kid. You're so right.
I know.
Because he too had the kid.
I know. It's like, I love him so much. I'm like, okay, why are you at the bookstore with Bronte?
You are so right. You are so right. Oh my God. At the end, he's like, my son, they can't take away. What? You haven't seen your son this whole season. Now you're sad when you're naked and Bronte doesn't want to have sex with you anymore. Now you're like, my son. When all you care, you even told Bronte, all I care about is you. You're my number one priority. What about poor little Henry over there? Him too. He is a cheater. You're right. Honestly, more guys should not have a penis, I feel. When you cheat, you should get your penis card taken away. Just a little piece of it each time. You know what I mean? Then let's see how many of those women want you. Let's see how big and bad you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, every time you cheat, you lose an inch.
Yeah. Love that. That part. All right.
Oh, my God.
Wow. Oh, my God. You're right.
That rocked your world, that revelation.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. How do you have a kid and you got him back from his dad's and you have this like wife that's taking care of him that's like the mother? Like you really are going to give all up for Bronte. Someone who was catfishing you. You dumbass. Oh my God, that makes me so mad. I hate him. Crazy. Well, that's it.
Moral of the story. Joe Goldberg.
Yeah, you're right. He is the worst. I was thinking about that too. And then we were talking about like the Kayla situation. I was like, you know what? He was kind of awful.
Yeah, like what's worse? I mean, he's both, but a serial killer or a serial cheater?
He's both.
And absentee father. Damn, triple homicide.
We need Pen Badge down here to discuss further his thoughts about this character that were never on paper. All right. Thanks, guys, for watching. We love you. So I have to go. I'm doing a top secret project in Koreatown. That's why I got to start early. And it's me and Scott Disick. Can I say it? I don't know. He's on the call sheet. I don't know if we're interacting. But you'll see soon enough. I don't know. It's not that top secret, but it's fun. We're on the way. What? Oh, merch, sleep shirt. JustTrish.com. Go to our Patreon, patreon.com/JustTrish. There'll be a new headshot. There'll be bonus videos, extended podcasts, and more. Donate to the Trevor Project, the ACLU, Drag Defense Fund, Trans Lifeline, and put all the other good charities and organizations. It can be for anything and anyone. We love to donate because give and give freely. Don't expect anything in return. Feels like a Trish Talks all of a sudden.
Popcorn.
It's okay to be gay.
Makers.
Popcorn machine. What? Okay.
The way you build a sentence.
I love you. Jesus loves you. The Pope loves you. This new Pope is really going to change the world, I feel. Well, the reincarnation for sure.
I agree.
Gays. Gay rights. Gay rights and gay marriage. That's what I'm here for. Forever and ever.
Work.
I think we had the marriage.
Huh?
We got the marriage part, right?
Well, I think you have gay rights. Oh, no. They're being taken away. That's
Wait,
being
the marriage
threatened.
part? No.
Some states, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Come to
They'll be
California.
challenged. Yeah.
We're going to stay liberal and gay here all day long. So that's what I'll do. Maybe run for governor because I think our governor is a little dicey, but I might be next.
You could.
Governor-
Schwarzenegger was.
I tweeted Patrick Schwarzenegger. He hasn't tweeted me back. You remember after last time I was like, hey. All right. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. And
And go to the main channel.
And
watch
watch the music video.
Yay!
The music video to support the cause and everything. Go watch the video.
Yes, it's a good one too. And it's a really good quality, high art piece I put out there. All right. Bye.